Hey everybody, happy Monday. It's your girl, the Brooke Ashley, and today we are here to discuss The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 13. And y'all, when I tell you guys, this episode, honey, Angel clocked in for work. I was like, thank you, Jesus, won't he do it? The way I have been telling y'all, guys, give Angel just one more chance, honey. Don't write her off just yet. She still has one in the chamber. Angel Massey, you did your biggest one in this episode. And Angel, I need you to know that please bring this energy to the reunion because Miss Mamas, you ate down. I was so proud, honey. I said again, this is the year of vindication, honey, because I was vindicated for SLC. And baby, I'm about to be vindicated for Miss Angel Massey this season of Potomac. Okay, y'all? But y'all, come on down. Come on in. Come on in. Come on into the room. Let me know that you're here. Make sure to hit that like button as you make your way into the chat. But baby, Angel ate down, honey. Angel ate down. Now, a quick side note. I was surprised that we got like a few filler scenes before we got to the trip because I went into this episode thinking that we were going to go straight into the trip, right? So I was surprised that we only got like 7 minutes left for the trip. But either way, it was a cute episode. But yeah, I have a lot to say. I took so many notes. I watched this episode a cute 2 times just to make sure I had all my notes down pat. All right. Yes, thank you so much. You said you were not wrong just early. That's what it is. I always feel like I'm always too early to the party, and everybody will say, "No, Brooke, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong." And baby, I feel like I always win, honey, in the end. And I'm like, yes, honey. What did I tell you? What did I tell y'all? But honey, I'm excited for this episode. I'm excited for this recap. It's gonna be a good one. Wait, hold on. You said, oh no, where is Jameer? Is Jameer in? Do you see a troll or something? Let me know. If you see a troll, let me know. And I can block while we wait for Jameer. Let me know. If there's a troll in the house, you will be escorted out of here because 2026, we're not doing that. I'm not even going back and forth with anybody, okay? So let me know. Hey, Jameer. Okay, hey, Jameer. Jameer, the good folks are looking for you. I think there's a troll in here, so let me know. Just get him out the chat for me, okay? Because we are not even doing this with anybody. We are here for the good vibes. It's a new year. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope that you guys are having a fantastic start to your new year, a great start to your week. So let's go right on in again, okay? Yes, honey. Yes. You said Jameer made it into the 5-minute grace period before clocking in. Yes, honey. Jameer, you are right on time. Hey, y'all. So, guys, you said ever since you did your interview with her, I was willing to give Angel a chance. She made points. Yes, honey, we are not going back and forth. This ain't the U.S. Open. Exactly. Okay? Yes, very much so. Yes, honey, Jameer is a permanent fixture, okay? But, guys, we are 3 minutes into the live, so let's just get on into it because, again, I have thoughts. I have some thoughts, okay? Oh, thank you. You are so funny. You are, because you see how I made the live a bit earlier. Usually I do like 4:30, but you see how this live was at 3:00 on the dot. Okay. Yeah. We zipping it and zooing it on a Monday. Okay, girl. Oh, happy belated birthday. Happy belated birthday. All right, y'all. Yes, honey. Ashley should know what an eviction sounds considering that she's had one, her and Sheila. Exactly. Okay. Hey, Dark Child 99. Thank you for the super chat. The second half of this episode is everything from the side faces at Angel's house, from Wendy's side commentary. Wendy's going with the When Can You Dance to Ashley's Just Desserts room accommodations. Yes, honey. Have me screaming. Okay. Yes, honey. I am on my Levette today, honey. Listen, baby. We got to be on time, honey. It's going to be a tight ship today. Okay. So, y'all, we start off the episode with a few of the, short scenes. We see Wendy giving a speech at a commencement. She was at the Washington Center for Girls. Now, the irony in her trying to speak a word over the young girls when she's facing charges, I said, you can't make this up. And I find it interesting that Bravo is really showing all of Wendy's scenes, talking about money, trying to inspire people when we have what we have going on. Because let's be so for real, in past seasons, they used to pay Wendy scenes dust. Now, all of a sudden, we're getting all these Wendy scenes. Yeah, I say you cannot make it up. It's so funny, right? So anyhow, now we have another cute scene with Stacey chopping some apples up with Arabella. Shout out to Alexander Rogers, because every time I see Stacey with her daughter, I cannot get out. I cannot think about. I always think about how he says Arabella's name. The way he imitates how Stacey says her name drives me, like, when I tell y'all, I am on the floor laughing. If you do not watch Alexander Rogers, please go watch his channel. He does the best imitations of Stacey saying Arabella's name. And Stacey even talked about it when she did her interview with Carlos King. So she's well aware of how people, joke on how she says Arabella's name, right? But I laugh so hard every time I see a scene with her and her daughter. Yes, Alex has me screaming. I love Alex. So now we have Kiarna. She's with her staff of her med spa, her mom and Greg. They're looking at the new billboard of her med spa. They show the billboard and Kiarna is so excited. She's squealing with joy. Congratulations, happy birthday. It was cute. Like, I'm all for the girls having businesses, making their money, the billboards. We love to see it. So now we see a scene with Tia. And Tia is with her sister, and her twins. So we find out that she is at her old house where her dad used to live in DC, and she asked the new homeowners if she could see the house. So we find out that one of the reasons why she did move back to the DC area was to feel closer to her father. We all know that her dad passed away some years ago. So she says that they would come to DC for summer holidays all the time when she was younger. Her dad preferred DC over living in England. So she says that her dad was really funny. He would call her Mona Lisa as a nickname because she was always moaning and complaining about her brothers, like, making fun of her. So we see Tia. They're in the house, the old house with the new owners, and she's already overcome with emotions. She's crying. I'm not going to hold y'all. We don't have to really talk a whole lot about this scene because it wasn't really that much to it. I think that Tia is good in the group, but her solo scenes without the group, they don't really do it for me. And that's no shade, right? Like, some people just don't have such compelling solo scenes, right? You said the scene made me uncomfortable. You said I fast forwarded through it, no shame. Yeah, okay. It was cute. It was touching. My heart goes out to her. She lost her father. I lost my father. So, like, I always get a bit choked up when the girls talk about losing a parent, right? Like, it's a pain that unless you've experienced, that pain is terrible, right? Especially when it's unexpected and your parent is young. So, like, yeah, right. But again, we don't have to really talk a whole lot about the scene. Not a whole lot happened, right? But I will say this. I did think it was interesting when her sister, now mind you, her sister is the product of her dad's affair. And we do know that Tia had a hard time. She was not trying to be close with the outside children, because of how it betrayed her mom. And I will say this, it got me to thinking about on social media, on TikTok, there have been kids who are the products of affairs, like the outside children, and how it affects you mentally. And when her sister said, I always felt like you got more time with dad than I did. And like, I felt bad for her, but I said, not to get preachy or whatever, but people need to think about their decisions, especially these cheating men, because think about the rift that it caused Tia and her half sister due to what he did. Because the fact that, she didn't get to spend that time with him, she was kind of like shunned by Tia and the other siblings. Like that's just a hot mess. But yeah, overall, the scene, it was touching, but I don't have a lot to say about it. We can move on, right? Yes, the child pays for the sins of the parents. Yes, it's very true. I'm not invested in Tia enough for this sister story arc. Yes, I agree. So anyhow, we now move on to Giselle, Ashley, and Wendy meeting up for lunch. Wendy says the fight with her mom from the last episode is still weighing heavy on her. She's not one to naturally talk about her feelings, especially when it involves her mom. Now, you guys all saw my last recap. Y'all know I went in on Miss Susan because I did not agree with how she talked to Wendy. That scene was a hot, raggedy mess, right? So she goes on to say that she's very delicate about who she wants to talk about certain issues with. And I said, now, Wendy, let's not jump the gun. I know we didn't see the full scene. We only saw 5 minutes of this lunch, but I really hope and pray that you didn't run your mouth about what's going on with your mom to Giselle and Wendy, to Giselle and Ashley. You guys just got cool literally like a minute ago. And Wendy, I've said this before, but your desire to be with the cool girls, it is showing this season. Like, despite you having your best season, it does show that you have always wanted to be their friend. Like, period. Nobody can convince me otherwise. It's very true. Just my 2 cents. But I really hope that you did not tell people who could not stand you, folks who hated your guts for years, about the issues between you and your mom. I hope that you kept that close to the vest. Just my 2 cents. So anyhow, Wendy says our event was amazing. She's referring to that sorry family fun day, family flop day, the $10 party, as Angel called it, and Angel was correct. And so, her and Giselle high five. And Ashley's like, yeah, it was amazing. It was a great time. You guys did a great job. Now, Ashley, you have no taste. You have no couth. You're very tacky. Along with Giselle. So of course you would think that that horrible event was great. Wendy, I'm in shock that you of all people could look at that event and think that it was great. There is no way that you could look at that event and say that it was amazing. Giselle brought half a pan of desserts, and you sat up there and brought that half-eaten, picked over, leftover Popeyes. That's unacceptable. That event should have been catered. There was no bartender. You guys had some warm lemonade, and you might have had some Smirnoff vodka. Like, it was a mess. I just don't understand how you could even fix your mouth to say that event was horrible. That event was great. And Giselle, it just shows that your taste level is not up to par, because how you can high five and say that it was great is beyond me too. That was very reminiscent of when Karen had that pickleball event in season 8, and she had those foil pans of beans and franks. That's unacceptable. And shout out to Rodney the Voice, because he has his foot on your neck and he always calls y'all Potomac, and rightfully so. You guys can't get it together. So again, I'm sorry. That event was a flop. It was a complete chop, and y'all should feel embarrassed. Okay? Yeah, the food just was not right. The event was very tacky and cheap. So I don't know where they got amazing from. So anyhow, Ashley says, I did some reflection, and I'm like, wow, I'm really proud of where you two are today. So Giselle says, me too. So now Giselle says, by the way, I walked out that door because my feet were hurting after the event. So Wendy says, yeah, I saw you. So now Giselle says, unlike other people who are running out the door. So Wendy says, we're not talking about my friend Timo, are we? Stacy's husband. So Giselle says, oh, that's your friend? So Wendy's like, well, yeah, he was nice to me. So Ashley's like, wait, he spoke to you? And Wendy says, yes, he did. First of all, why are we trying to paint Timo as a bad guy? Timo peep game. He knows how messy and nasty y'all are. Be happy that he even came to the event. And let's just be so for real. Giselle and Ashley, neither one of y'all was super welcoming to Timo. You were looking at him with a screw face, squinting your eyes, being rude. You weren't the exact warmest. So why would you expect Timo to be so, nice to you and embrace y'all? Like, let's just make it make sense. It just doesn't, it's just so silly. It's ridiculous. And again, I don't know why you guys are so pressed about Timo in the first place. Why do y'all care? We have, Giselle, you've been on this show now for 10 years, and we have yet to see you with a man. You don't bring a man to the events. Like, you had that fake relationship with, what was his name? from Summer House or Winter House. But besides that, who have you brought on the show? You had Sherman. He was gone in 2.5 seconds. But I just feel like you have no right to badger other people about their men. Just saying. So anyhow, Giselle says, we just got a text from Monique. We're being invited to her sip and read event. It's for her book launching. I have thoughts about that book launch. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. But you already know that I said, Monique, girl, we need to talk. So now Wendy says this should be interesting. And now Ashley says, I wonder if Angel and Kiana are invited. So Giselle says, well, I'm sure that Monique has everybody's number. I'm sure they'll be there. Then she says, or maybe Angel might be in Colorado for the trip because that's where she really lives. Of course, throwing shade. So she says she might be getting things together. So now Wendy says that I just feel like Angel is a wet blanket. She's a damper. And, I get that, Angel. I did say in the beginning of this season, did you join the wrong show? Because Miss Mamas, I need you to step it up. But Angel, you proved yourself that, no, you are not a wet blanket. But Wendy, I will say, you of all people should have the most grace for Angel, in my humble opinion, because you had a really rocky start. The girls thought that you were condescending, abrasive. They thought that, they didn't care for you either. They thought that you were also a damper on the show. They felt like your energy brought the group down too. So if I were you, I feel like you should have a lot of sympathy and empathy for Angel because of what you went through. This is your 6th season on the show, and it took you all 6 seasons on this show to finally find your footing. Just saying. Listen, I have to be honest this season. I have to be very honest. I just feel like there's been some interesting behavior from Wendy this season, if I'm being completely transparent with y'all. So anyhow, Giselle says when she came around this group, she swore that she wanted to be our friends and get to know us. And Wendy says, well, she don't want to be my friend. And Giselle says, I feel like we've all been duped. Listen, Giselle, you and Ashley were not welcoming to her. You immediately started off about how she's a catfish. That's not welcoming. And I don't like how y'all play dumb when somebody's kind of cold to you guys. Angel did make it clear that she wanted to be friends. She was happy to join the group, but you automatically bum rushed her with the nonsense in the first minute. You and Wendy are sitting up there at the Preakness event, talking about, oh yeah, girl, I heard she doesn't even have her degree. I heard she didn't even finish school. So that's not welcoming behavior. So I'm just confused as to how you're confused as to why she's not feeling y'all. Y'all have not been welcoming. It went from where's her degree to she's a catfish to eviction. So, listen, again, y'all, just my 2 cents. So anyhow, we have Giselle going on to say that Angel, we're about to be in this woman's house. She says this is Angel's trip. She's talked about how beautiful and fantastic her home is in Colorado. We're about to go somewhere 5-star. Let's go. So now Giselle says, I don't want Debbie Downer. So Wendy says, I'm looking forward to it, though, because I know it's about to be an SHIT show. A quick comment. I've always noticed, right, in the past that Giselle or Ashley would be the ones to like make side comments about they can't wait because things are about to be a mess or go left. It's kind of jarring to see Wendy being so eager for mess to pop off, knowing that for years she was on the receiving end of the nasty antics, right? Because she made a comment again at the airport about she can't wait to see things go left. And it's just kind of like, I'm not understanding this newfound excitement to see things go off the rails. Shouldn't you want there to be harmony in the group? I just feel like it's giving, you're no longer on the hot seat. So now you can't wait to see somebody else, I guess, be in the hot seat, right? It's just, no, I'm not going to be quiet. It's 2026. I can say whatever I want. It's my channel. These are my opinions, and it is what it is, right? But yeah, I think it's very interesting that Wendy's just so eager for the mess. And I'm confused because, girl, you went through hell and high water for 5 seasons. I'm just surprised that you have this propensity for mess, knowing that you know firsthand what it feels like to be at the receiving end from everybody and to be iced out. I'm just surprised that you're so giddy. That's usually Giselle and Ashley's stance. I'm shocked that it's coming from you now. I'm glad that a lot of us are on the same page, baby. We're on the same page. So now we have the where are we at? So now we see another short scene with Angel on the phone with her sister. She's updating her sister on the house situation. She says it'll feel good to be back in Colorado. She tells her that she's inviting the women to Colorado. She's excited. She says that Colorado is a safe and sacred place for them. Her husband and her and her husband have built that. She says evicted, moved here for the group. Yeah, right. They can kiss my ass with this eviction talk. Angel, whack them again. We know that you were not evicted, girl. Like, you don't even have to worry. This whole eviction story is a non-factor because, Miss Mamas, we are aware that your money is just fine. Okay, like, nobody believes this eviction talk, and the ones saying that you're evicted should not be talking, especially Ashley, because, baby, the girls remember, the North remembers. Ashley, I will always remind you of season 2 when we opened up that season with you being kicked out of the penthouse because Michael got mad at you and he had you living in a little cheap hotel for 3 months, and then you finally got back together for filming. And Karen called you out about how the minute he gets mad at you, you're out the house. So we can call that an eviction of sorts too. Your husband was out there kicking you out. So girl, you should be so quiet. Your mama knows all about evictions. Like, girl, you should just be so quiet about evictions. Just saying, girl, just saying. She has a lot to say. She has a lot to say about when somebody who knows firsthand about evictions. So, girl, not too much. So anyhow, we now see Ashley. We are going to breeze by this scene. This scene was 6 minutes too long. I don't know why production thinks that we care about Ashley and these contrived family scenes. I do. When I tell you, there is no interest whatsoever. So it's a joint birthday party for Uncle Lump and her son, Dean. Dean is turning 6. Uncle Lump is turning 60. So the theme is 6 to 60. I said, girl, I guess. So she has her family there, cousins are there, the grandma's there, and the party's going on. And now all of a sudden we're talking about Sheila's deadbeat bum of a partner that she's with. We all know what's going on. He has alcohol problems, won't get a job. Sheila's working day and night from sunup to sundown to support a grown ass man, a hot mess. So I loved how Uncle Lump was like, what are we talking about? Because first of all, why are we talking about this at my birthday? Like, it's about me. Why are we talking about your bum of a man? Like, I don't want to hear this. I said, child, please. Uncle Lump is the only one with some sense in that family. Now, hold on. This is what I mean when I say that being raised, by pick-me's is dangerous, because I thought it was really crazy to me when they were talking about how, Sheila's deadbeat bum finally took himself to rehab, and they were all like, this is great for the family. And so the grandma says, well, he's always been nice to me. I always liked him. I said, so you're okay? Wait, the fact that you are in favor of a deadbeat treating your daughter and your granddaughters like crap, that's okay to you? There is no way in the world that my parents would sit up there and say, yeah, he might be a bum, but he's nice to me. I just said, wait, like, what is going on? I was just like, wait, like, this was just so, yes, it speaks volumes. No, for real. I was just like, this is very embarrassing. It was very embarrassing. I just said, wait, how the fact that this man has no job, he has an addiction, again, a bum. He had them out there living in a tent at one point because he refused to get a job. He has your daughter who's almost 60 years old working 18-hour shifts with bad health because he won't get a job, and you're going to say that you like him? I said, yeah, let's move on to the next scene. A mess. Yes, very much. He's a good man, Savannah. Yeah, giving very much that. Giving very much that. Yes, it connected a lot of dots. I said the fact that her grandma would say that. If your mom thinks it's the best you can do, a mess. A mess. Ashley, I can tell you right now, none of us are interested. None of us care. So I won't be surprised if Ashley is demoted because 95% of the fan base wants her gone. There is no storyline, and we really do not care about what Sheila and old boy have going on. None of us care. So now we move on from that, and we now have the day of Monique's book launch. Monique, I'm gonna always give you your 10s when they're due. You looked beautiful in this scene. The dress, the hair, like you look good. I will never take that away from you. You looked really good. But this book launch party was a flop, and I feel like but besides that, you looked beautiful. Look, chef's kiss. So Monique says that she's excited about her book. It's called Love Letters from Versions of Herself. The book is about her healing journey. I said, between you and Whitney on Salt Lake City, if I hear healing journey one more time, I am going to get in front of this camera and I'm going to scream. Enough. Nobody wants to hear it. Like we're tired. And Monique, I'm sorry. This healing journey is a chop for me when you still cannot take ownership about what you did in season 5, how you assaulted your friend, but that's neither here or nor there. Let's just let that go. I'm not going to bring it up anymore. But yeah, until you can take full ownership that you were wrong, then I will hear you about this healing journey. Okay. So now, anyhow, so, she invited all the women. We see Monique's family there. Her mom is there. Her sisters are there. Her brother is there. Shout out to Arena and Jamie. They were on Love and Marriage DC. If you watch Love and Marriage DC, those are her former castmates when she was on the show. So they're all there. It was a full house. So everybody's arriving. And wait, why did I? Sorry, I apologize. So anyhow, we have everybody showing up. Angel is there. Angel says that she's so excited for Monique. She can't wait to read Monique's book because she's a writer herself. She knows how hard it is. Monique says that Angel invited her on the trip and she's appreciative. She can't wait to get away with the ladies. So now Monique says that she invited everybody to her book launch so that they can see the other side of Monique. Because when she left the show, they saw a very different version of herself. I said, girl, we know that. We know. And Monique, with all your word salad, it feels like we're still getting the same Monique, but that's neither here nor there. So now we have Monique on the mic. She's greeting everybody. She's reading one of her letters from the book. Now, I know that we talk about Dorit and other people being long-winded, but I forgot that Monique is also long-winded as well. Like when you go back and rewatch Monique in the older seasons when she was on the show, Monique, it's a lot of word salad, and Monique has always been long-winded. I was just like, Monique, if you don't get to the point. I said, girl, a book launch is supposed to be fun. Stacey had me screaming. She was like, yeah, this book launch is something, like it's a lot of self. It's a lot of self. But yeah, Monique, girl, it's supposed to be short and sweet. Read a few excerpts. Not all reading the whole damn book and just talking about how you've healed. Like that's not fun for anybody. Yes, Monique, Dorit, and Sheree. Yes, Sheree with the constant stuttering. not getting to the point. Dorit and Monique, they are very long-winded. Okay, it's not as bad as Dorit. It's a tie. It's a tie. They're neck and neck. They are neck and neck. Yes, Quad is long-winded too. Yes, thank you. Quad will give you a Tyler Perry soliloquy monologue. Baby, Quad's gonna give you something. You said I like Monique, but she loves to hear herself talk. I agree. Yes, but honey, Quad is very long-winded, honey. I'll never forget when they were on that trip and Quad started going off and she sang that Frank Sinatra song. She was like, I'm Frank Sinatra in this bitch. I did it my way. They were all looking at her like, girl, what is this? But yes, honey, Miss Quad girl goes around and around the mulberry bush to make her point. So thank you for bringing her up. So now Monique is done talking about herself and the excerpts of her book. And now she says she gives them all gift bags. Now, Monique, this part gave me a bit of Brit Edie because you only had gift bags for like the cast. I'm hoping and praying that there were gift bags for everybody else and not just your castmates, because that's what it gave. Nobody else had a gift bag, just them. I just said, girl. And also, Monique, what transpired with this little game that you played, this was not the appropriate time for this. Like, you don't do certain things with the whole crowd there. It wasn't fun. There were several people, it looked like, who were bored watching this. Like, I kind of had secondhand embarrassment because, again, this should have been something that you guys did amongst yourselves, not with other people. Just my 2 cents. Yes. Okay. So it gave y'all Brit Edie too. Very much. Yes. It was okay. It was very much Brit Edie. Very much. So now they take out of the gift bags, there are binders. So Monique says that even though she's healed, there's still some parts of her, that aren't healed. And she says that she was known as the binder bitch. Baby, the way production is so shady. The way they turned to Giselle's face when they pulled those binders out, Giselle was having flashbacks. So with this activity, they had to write things about themselves, how they perceive each other, and then they're going to tell each other what they're going to read out loud, what the other one wrote about them. So they're writing, in the binders. We cut to Giselle's confessional. She says, for me to be at a place where I'm okay with binders is crazy. If Monique does not get a binders by Monique, then there's a problem. Monique, start marketing it now. Now, Giselle, that's some of the best advice you've ever given. That, Monique, you should monetize off of a binder. In all seriousness, though, I feel like I don't know how well this book is going to do, Monique, if I'm being honest. You were better off coming out with binders. It should have been maybe, well, I mean, you really can't help yourself, so you couldn't do a self-help binder. But I do believe that Monique was better off doing binders versus dropping a book. Okay? So we start off with, so Monique's like, okay, y'all, pens down. Y'all have me screaming about the books that she's going to sell. You guys have me screaming. You said she's going to sell 10 copies. Y'all are screaming. So now it's time for them to read out loud what they wrote about each other. Monique is trying to take Stacy's binder first. Stacy's not trying to give up her binder. And Monique says, look, Stacy, the last time I had a table separating me, it was not like it all went left. And we all know what she's referring to, that night at the barn between her and Candace, where she just lost her complete mind. So now Monique reads Stacy's binder first. No, Giselle reads it. And Stacy wrote about Giselle that how Giselle does not trust people easily, and she hopes that Giselle can do better. Giselle says, oh, I don't get a second page. That's all you wrote about me. It was just getting good. So now Monique says, well, I wonder what Giselle wrote about Stacy. So Tia has Giselle's binder, and Tia's like, oh, she left Stacy's tab blank. Just being petty. And I'm sorry, Giselle, but it really goes to show that there's nothing negative to write about Stacey because she hasn't done anything to you. You are grasping at straws to have an issue with Stacey, and you know that you have nothing to go off of. There was nothing to write because, again, Stacey has done nothing to you. So yeah, I'm sure that her tab was blank because there's nothing that you can really say about her. So now, again, Monique, it bears repeating. I really wish that you did not do this stupid activity in front of other people, because what was the point of this? The point of your book launch is to promote yourself and your book and not to have drama. This took away from your book. And the camera at one point panned to this older woman's face, and she did not look amused at all. She looked annoyed, like, why am I here? And no shade, but I didn't notice anybody else eating besides the group. Did you guys, am I wrong? Did I see it wrong? I did not notice anybody in the crowd eating any food. Like, I noticed them eating food, but I didn't see anybody else picking at any food. So again, Monique, this whole event was a flop to me. It was just a mess. Again, y'all, did you guys see it? Okay, the crowd didn't eat. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it wasn't just me who noticed that. No, nobody was doing anything. Okay, yep. Okay, so it wasn't just me. I think Mo's event was set before she returned to the show. Production added the exercise to make it messy. She looked confused and everyone else was standing. The crowd was left hungry. It was a cheapskate event. The girls don't know how to act. A good old Brooke Edie event, a big flop. Yes, it was a flop. She pulled a Kiarna. You said not paid extras. Yeah, that's what it definitely did give paid extras, and it also gave Brit Edie. Monique, you could have kept this book launch, in my opinion. No, I'm going to always clock the lack of a spread on these shows, always, especially on Potomac. It's unacceptable. If you have the money, you need to be a good hostess. You need to feed the people. You don't have an event and only feed half of the people. That's rude. That's in poor taste, and it shows that it shows tackiness. It's very gauche, and it's just very lowbrow. So now we get back to, we want to see what Ashley wrote about Stacey. Ashley wrote that Stacey's complicated, confusing, and nurturing, but she's fun. Stacey says, you know what? I'll take that. Considering how far we've come, like, that's fine with me. Ashley, for you to say that anybody is confused, that is hilarious to me. I just think it's so funny how for somebody with no storyline, you bring nothing to this show, the audacity for you to say that other people don't bring anything and they're confusing. It's truly, the jokes write themselves. So now we have Ashley bringing up what Dr. Wendy wrote under Kiarna's tab. Wendy wrote that Kiarna is fake. So Kiarna's like, well, girl, my bags are real. I said, oop. I said, let me find out. Let me find out that she has some fakes in the mix with the real stuff. Let me find out that it's a Jen Shah situation. You know how we found out that Jen Shah, all of her jewelry, all of her pieces were fake when the police had to investigate? I said, let me find out it's something like that. A mess. So now Stacey says, I want to go back to Wendy's binder. Wendy, why did you say that Kiarna was fake? So Wendy says, I feel like before we resumed as a group, me and Kay were in a good space. Now that we resumed back as a group, she has a problem with me. It's giving fake. So now Monique says, I feel like this is a healing session. Again, Monique, this was not the time or the place for a healing session. That's not fair to your other guests to watch you guys interact. Like, who wants to watch that? Nobody. So now we find out what Ashley wrote about herself. Ashley believes that she's a bad bitch, growing, glowing, trying to be the best mom, sister, daughter that she can be. And Angel takes a sip of her drink like, I don't agree. And we don't agree either, Angel. So we're all on the same page. So Giselle says, oh, I don't think that Angel agrees about Ashley's assessment of herself. So now we read Angel's comments about Ashley. Angel wrote that Ashley is disappointing, a strong mother, but petty. So now Angel says, I don't receive anything that Ashley said about me. For her to say that I was a catfish, not fully walking in my truth, I don't receive that. Then she says, Ashley, if you don't feel like I'm walking in my truth, then why do you want to come to my house in Colorado? I said, again, let's get into it. Because if you don't like me, why do you want to be in my house? Because y'all know me. I don't play about that. And listen, I will say this time and time again. I will stand on this hill. I do not believe in allowing everybody into your home. That means family, acquaintances. Your home is your sacred space. You don't want any evil energies, people who don't like you. You don't need them stepping foot into the threshold of your home. Okay? I was here for it. Honey, that is, you don't let any old body in your home. So I loved how she said, girl, if you don't like me, then why are you so pressed to be up in my house? Exactly. Ashley was on big mute. She couldn't handle it because Angel whacked her good. I said, oh no, honey. Yes, if you don't like me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself, baby. Fantasia told us. Fantasia let us know back in 2004. Go ahead and free yourself, please. No, she couldn't say a word. Ashley was tight. Oh, she was pissed. Ashley was quiet as a church mouse. She sure was. She was gagged. She was gagged, honey. Oh no, honey, it's spiritual, honey. That's biblical. You don't allow just anybody in your home. People need to be properly vetted. That's why I was so mad that one season when Candace invited Ashley into her new home, I said, Candace, you messed up right there. That was like season 7, I think that was, when she invited her into her new home. I said, oh, absolutely not. Y'all could have met up at a restaurant, at the park, but you don't allow an enemy into your home. Absolutely not. No, ma'am. So we have Ashley sitting there looking stupid. Again, Angel, you were in your bag, honey. I was here for it. So now she says, maybe you should revisit that decision of wanting to come to my house. So again, Ashley was gagged, couldn't say a word. So Wendy's like, Angel, is Ashley still invited to Colorado? So Angel says, well, you know what, Miss Wendy, I have put out so much love into this trip for every single person in this group. For somebody to question who I am or my motives, why would I continue to put that time, love, and effort into them? So Giselle's like, well, Angel, Ashley's my ride or die. This is my bestie. So if she's not coming, then I don't want to come either. Now, Giselle loves pulling that. And Giselle, the hypocrisy and the double standards of it all, we'll talk about that throughout this episode. But it's so funny to me because the way you will disinvite somebody, the way you will ice somebody out, if you don't like them, but when it's done to you or your bestie, now it's a problem. And it brought me back to season 3 when Monique was hosting the trip to Cannes. And you were in such a pissy mood, you and Robin, and you were like, oh, me and Robin aren't going on your trip. We don't like you. So it's just the parallels are so funny to me because you pulled this in season 3 about, well, we don't like you, so we don't want to go on your trip. And it's just very funny to me. And personally, if I were Angel, I would have called Giselle's bluff. Like, Giselle, are you sure that you want to miss out on 3 weeks worth of paychecks? Because remember, you don't get paid if you're not in the episode. And you lose a lot of money if you turn down a cast trip. So I would say, girl, fine, that's fine. You and Ashley can sit out. The rest of us are going to go. I'll call your bluff. You don't get camera time or your check. Your checks will be short. So go ahead and play with yourself, but not me, girl. I really don't care. Baby, I don't care. Yes, Giselle and Ashley were very impressed this episode. But yeah, baby, if I were Angel, I would have called her bluff. Girl, don't go. You and Ashley can sit right there. So now we can tell that Ashley is, and not Angel is just pissed. She's really annoyed with both of them. And so Giselle's like, Angel, we haven't done anything to you. I said, Giselle, I'm here for you being in your villain era for the entirety of the show, but stand in it. You are the proud villain. Be loud and proud. For you to sit up there and play dumb and try to gaslight us, the audience, like we didn't see what we've seen for the last 13 weeks. No, ma'am, I can't let you do that. You have been really nasty to Angel. The whole eviction comment, the whole catfish comment. You have gone out of your way to embarrass her. So for you to say we've done nothing to you, that's a bold-faced lie. I said, again, Giselle, I don't understand how you disassociate so hard from this show where you forget what you've done to people. It's really bizarre to me. So now she goes on to say again, for Angel to be uninviting people is wild. And if Ashley isn't going, then she's not going. Like I said a few minutes ago, I would have called your bluff. I would say, girl, feel free not to go. The show is going to still go on with or without you. Feel free. And I bet you still would have been there because you want your check and you want that camera time. So yes, you said suddenly she got memory loss. Exactly. I hate when these women act like we can't see them. They do. They do act like we can't see them. It's bizarre. Yes, Giselle has pretend amnesia. She made Angel cry when they were all in Nevis. Exactly. It's bizarre. So now we have Monique saying that this whole thing took a hard left. She wasn't anticipating things to go like this. And Wendy was like, really, girl, like, don't play. And I said, now, Monique, you already knew that things were going to go left with this whole binder exercise of let's write down what we think about the other person. You know that there's tension in the group. You know how this group is. You used to be a full-time housewife. You know what the show is about. So all that, I had no idea that it was going to go left. Girl, yes, you did. I said, Monique, please don't play on my intelligence. I'm trying to give you another chance, but girl, you're making it so hard for me. I said, my God, like, let's not play these games. And I was here for Wendy saying, now, Monique, don't play. Like, don't play in our faces like that. Okay. It was giving Heather on SLC. Very much so. Very much so. Heather will have them play that stupid game and then be like, wait, I didn't expect it to go left like that. Girl, stop. Okay. Monique loves doing that. I said, stop, please. So now the event is over and Monique says, wait, pause. I didn't know that there were issues between Angel and Ashley. So Angel says, look, when I showed up to the Potomac and Ponies event, I was late. I was flustered. My husband wasn't trying to be there. It was just a lot. Long story short, I get there and Ashley hits me with, am I evicted? And I was offended by that. So Giselle interrupts and says, who's talking about me? So Monique says, Angel's telling me how she's offended by the whole eviction talk. And Ashley says, well, that's how it sounded. It sounded like an eviction. When you're made to pack your things up and leave, that's an eviction. So I said, okay, girl, let's talk about how Michael evicted you in season 2 or 3, I believe. Let's talk about that. Because you know all about evictions. Because how is your husband telling you to get the F out of the house? Like, that's wild to me, girl. And you still sat there and stayed with him for years after that. That's some clown, desperado behavior. You have no right. You have no right. And you told us last season how when you were a little girl, you were a teenager, you and Sheila were bouncing from house to house. You didn't have, so it's like, Ashley, people could read you about stuff that you've gone through. And for you to sit up here and try to play on this woman's top when you know good and well that she's never been evicted before, it's nasty work. I just said, Ashley, again, Ashley is a walking read. And it's just so funny to me how she expects them to all just take her crap. I'm not doing this with her. Yes, Karen called it a hot box. She sure did. Yes, 10 sweatbox studio apartments, Ashley Darby, a tragic story. Very much so. Very much so. Angel should have told Ashley, you know all about evictions. Oh, she should have. She should have. She absolutely should have. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I really hope that, you listen, I'm prayerful that Angel is going to read everybody down at that reunion. I'm prayerful that she does, because the way she showed up and showed out in this episode, I was here for it. So anyhow, I was just flabbergasted that Ashley would sit up there and still try to hold on to this whole eviction lie. The woman was not evicted. The lease ran out. She put the wrong dates in. She thought that the filming was going to be done at a certain time. It wasn't. Let it go. We know that Bobby brought in $40 million. Like, they have a coin. Angel is coined up. She is not pressed about whatever y'all have going on. So please stop. So of course you have Ashley still being smug, and she's like, "Well, no. To me, that's what an eviction is. That's what it sounded like to me." I just said, again, Ashley, stop. Just you are the epitome of a walking read. So now Monique is still trying to play peacemaker. I said, Monique, you trying to be peacemaker between Ashley, Angel, and Giselle is hilarious to me, considering how you won't do right by somebody that you assaulted, an actual friend in season 5. But again, I digress. I said, Monique, I'm sorry, sis, but you just aren't the right one to play peacemaker, in my humble opinion. But that's neither here nor there. So Monique says, look, Ashley, can you acknowledge that you using the word eviction offended Angel? And Ashley says, yes, I can. She says, Angel, I want to apologize that the word evict came into my vernacular, and I'm sorry. So Angel says, you know what? I accept it. Thank you for that. But let's be clear. Don't ever call me a catfish again. Let's check that. So now Giselle she's trying to be funny, and Giselle says, are we going to have catfish in Colorado? Angel was like, you know what? I'm done. Like, I'm ready to go. I'm going to get on this plane tomorrow morning and hop on the flight to Colorado. So now we see 12 hours later, Angel is on a flight to Colorado, getting ready for the trip. And we see Stacy at home. She's calling Angel. She says, hey, Angel, I just want to say I'm thankful and appreciative for the invitation to Colorado. But with that being said, what was that warning about altitude sickness? So Angel says, before you come to Colorado, make sure that you double up on your water intake, because the altitude sickness is no joke. Now, I have a real life story. Baby, if you ever go to Colorado, please, Colorado is not the place to get drunk and have a whole bunch of alcohol in your system. That altitude sickness is no joke. Baby, I want to say it was either Vail or Boulder, Colorado. My mom fainted and had to be rushed to the ER. This is before my dad passed away. Y'all don't understand the way our hearts dropped. I was scared to death. The doctor was like, oh no, it's okay. Just altitude sickness. Your mom didn't have enough water. Baby, when I tell you, I was shook. I was just like, oh my gosh, honey, listen. Don't ever sit up there and play yourself in Colorado. Do not ever play yourself in Colorado. That is one place you will just catch me with water, Pellegrino, because that I thought my mom was, baby, y'all would not have seen me ever. Like, I thought, I was just like, oh my gosh, honey, it is frightening. So if you go to Colorado, please, Angel's not lying. Please drink your water. Do not sit up there and play around. That's not the place to take shots and get drunk. And you know I love a good drink, but that's the wrong place. Baby, put the margaritas down, pick the water and Pellegrino up. Lord, honey, we were all crying. My dad was shook. We were all like, honey, sobbing. I was like, wait, what? Like, what is going on? But no, baby, that altitude sickness will take you out. Don't even play. Okay, same in the Swiss Alps. Hydrate, mamas. Aspen, don't play. No, it's true. You said you're scared to go to Colorado. Don't be scared. Just be aware, okay? Colorado's that's not the state to be trying to get drunk and go hard and turn up. That's just, that water better be on you, okay? Honey. Woo! Listen, honey. Baby, y'all, honey, I said, oh no, I will not, no, listen, baby. I was scared to death. Okay. I was scared to death. All right. You said Colorado's all about the kush. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Oh no, she's fine. But when I tell you that was like the scare of my life, I said, Lord have mercy. I just had to take a sip. You learn new things every day. Oh no, listen, honey. You said my family went and tried edibles, but they didn't drink. Oh my, guess the nosebleeds too. Yes. Hey, Brooke chat. Yes, true about Denver. Baby, don't get up there in Colorado and play. Don't get up there. You said the altitude sickness is crazy. I went a few years back with my friend. We were vomiting in the room. Oh my gosh. Yes, honey. Denver is cute for a cute tour. It's a mess. I didn't even know ahead of time. Baby, that's actually one of the scariest moments of my life. Like, I fainted, honey. We were just like, wait, what's going on? So if you go to Denver, y'all, please do not get drunk. Don't get drunk, y'all. Don't get drunk, honey. That's my PSA for the day. Hey, Dogchild99, thank you for the super chat. Don't forget about her dating that athlete in real time while filming Love Hotel. Such a double standard. Yes, full of double standards. Hey, the life of Samad, thank you for the super chat. She lost me when she made that statement because, baby girl, you get into this mess because you wanted to fit in with the girls. Exactly. Hey, High Vibe, thank you for the super chat. Wendy siding with GNA is giving sorority hazing behavior of the new girls. I agree. She treats it like it's a rite of passage. Everybody can't wait to be on top to ish on someone else. Oh, absolutely. My exact thoughts. Hey, Gemini 617, thank you for the super chat. The energy of Brooke transferred right to Angel. Oh, it did. I said, let him know, Greg. Hey, Ty Fox, thank you for the super chat. I want Angel to bring a tent to the reunion. Oh, I would gag. I would gag if she did that. Hey, 12 fam 86. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Brooke, happy new year. You look gorgeous. Thank you so much. Happy new year to you too. Hey, James Potts III. Thank you for the super chat. That's how I know when someone is lying. They talk too damn much. Get to the point. You have 15 minutes. Yes, honey. All that long-winded going around and around the mulberry bush. Hey, the life of Samad. Thank you for the super chat. Should have made them write each other love letters. Hey, plenty of Nicole. Thank you for the super chat. They're pressed about Angel being evicted out of a short-term rental. All the while, Angel has an award-winning $7 million home. What are we talking about? Baby, nothing but envy. Nothing but envy and this mean girl behavior because Angel has the most money out of everybody on that cast currently. So it's a non-factor right now. This whole eviction talk is just so stupid. It's not landing at all. And the people talking about her don't have any room to talk. So I don't even know why this is being brought up. Hey, Devonta Franklin, thank you for the super chat. Where in the entire world was this Angel? The way she gathered Ashley and Giselle, I was like a proud papa watching her. Honey, listen, she said better late than never. She said better late than never. Okay? Miss Mama said, I found my groove. I found my footing. I found my voice, and I'm going to use it. So I was here. I was here for it. So now we have Angel is in Colorado. She's already on the flight. I told you about Stacy on the phone with Angel. Once again, y'all, that altitude sickness in Colorado is no joke. Don't play. Don't play yourself. Don't play yourself. Drink that water. Okay. So now we now get to the day of the trip. And we have everybody at the airport. Wendy's asking where Angel is. Tia says she's already in Colorado, setting everything up. So Wendy says, I've never heard of us not flying together somewhere, but if that means that the trip is going to be amazing, then okay. I don't know how true that is because I believe that there was maybe the trip to Austin when NECA was on the cast. I believe it was one of the seasons where Candace and Wendy were both iced out, which was the majority of their time on the show. But I remember for a fact that Giselle was being in a pissy mood and they flew separately. So that's not always true, that they don't always fly together. So anyhow, they're all excited for the trip. Now, Wendy, you looked cute, but you were dressed for the wrong trip. Like, you were giving, I'm going to Puerto Rico or some Caribbean island. It wasn't giving, I'm going to Colorado. Like, just this whole look was fit for tropical, and Colorado's not a tropical place. Yes, it was very out of place. Yeah, you said, where is Wendy going? Now she returned the dress. You had me screaming. I said, Wendy, where are you going with this caftan on? You said Wendy was trying to remind us that she has money. LOL. Wendy was dressed for an island. Should have wore that to Nevis. Yes. She thought she was flying out with Eddie somewhere. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Colorado can be warm in the summer, but still, yeah, no, it just isn't the. That's not the vibe of Colorado either. So, yes, it was giving that she was going to Santorini, Greece. Very much so. Very much so. Y'all, you said you thought she was going to Bali. Y'all had me screaming. Y'all had me you all had me screaming in the chat. But yeah, I said, Wendy girl, where are you going? So now they're at the gate, and mind you, we know that Stacey and Tia got into it a few episodes ago, but they're actually sitting next to each other. And Wendy calls it out. She says, oh, aren't you guys like beefing? You guys are sitting next to each other. Tia says, we're grown women. We can be cordial. And Stacey says, yeah, we can be cordial with each other. It's no big deal. So now Wendy makes a comment saying, I can't wait to see it go up in smoke. And like I said earlier in this recap, Wendy, I'm surprised at you being so geeked for things to go left, considering your time on this show has been nothing but mess coming your way. And I don't know why it seems like you're just so ready to see somebody fall out and fight, because you know what it's like to have everybody in the cast coming after you and you don't have a friend in the group. I don't know why, it was a big deal. I don't know why. I don't know. I just thought it was an odd comment. So we arrive, we touch down in Colorado. Monique says that it's hitting her, that it's her first girls trip in 5 years. She's a bit scared, but she's excited. Angel is waiting for them at the airport. She has 3 SUVs waiting for them to go to the house. She greets everybody with a hug. She's in a good mood, good spirits. Stacey says that Angel wants to take one of my gummies because I love this Angel. She looks happy. I'm here for it. So Angel says, howdy, y'all. Ready for a week of fun, togetherness, sisterhood. They all cheer. She says, I have SUVs for everybody. She says, but Wendy and Stacey, you guys are coming with me. The rest of y'all, you can drive in the other SUVs. So Wendy makes a joke in her confessional and says, now, Angel, why am I in a car with just you and Stacey? I'm dressed like I'm going to Saint-Tropez, and she's dressed like she's going to dump me in the woods. It's not matching. Now, again, Wendy, I'm confused as to why you were dressed for Saint-Tropez when we're going to Colorado. Like, that outfit was really cute. That was for, again, Saint-Tropez, St. Bart's, Aruba, Barbados, like that was for that. But like, again, I was confused at this outfit for Colorado. Just saying. So now we have Giselle and Kiana and Jazzy are in one SUV. And then we have Tia, Ashley, and Monique in the other SUV. So now we cut to Angel, Wendy, and Stacey in their SUV. Angel's driving. So Wendy says, Angel, your man was just calling you. Me and Stacey were going to answer it, but we said, you know what? Let's not, because you don't play about your man. So Angel says, Wendy, you got that right, girlfriend. So Angel says, you two are going to enjoy your accommodations. I don't know about everybody else, but you guys are going to like your rooms. So Wendy's like, oh, really? And Angel says, Wendy, I like you. We have some things between us that we need to hash out, but generally I like you as a person. So Wendy says, I agree. I like you too. Now, Wendy, here's where I got to just, I got to just whack you a little bit, because we cut to your confessional and you say, I don't know why Angel's now inundating me with love, but it's a bit too late. It's a bit too little. It's a little bit too late. Like, that ship has sailed. Then you start cackling. Wendy, I'm sorry, Wendy. I got to just break this down. I am in confusion. Wendy Osefo, I've been watching this show since season 1. I was there when you joined the show in season 5. You have been catching all sorts of hell since you stepped foot on this show. I will never forget the way I went hard in the paint for you in season 7 when you got assaulted by Mia Thornton in Miami, Florida on that horrible, raggedy trip. Mia did not apologize to you. At the season seven reunion, Andy asked Mia if she was going to apologize, and Mia doubled down that she did not care about how you felt, whatever. The way you got ate up, you were crying, nobody cared. Giselle said, I was happy that you got assaulted because I don't like you. That came out of Giselle Bryant's mouth. Then in season 8, when NECA joined and you guys had that drama at Karen's pickleball event, you ran over to Mia to try to have some friendship with her. Then the whole news came out about you and Mia allegedly showing each other, y'all were bumping pocketbooks and losing change in Mexico after she assaulted you. Girl, I'm sorry. The little petty stuff that you and Angel have had going on does not compare to what has been done to you by Mia, Giselle, Robin, Ashley. We're not going to play these games. I'm so sorry. If you can forgive Mia, who never even apologized to you, who lied in my face at BravoCon 2023 in Vegas about her apologizing to you, about her assaulting you, the woman who never apologized to you about hitting you and throwing water in your face, if you can forgive that, you can forgive Angel. I'm sorry. If you can forgive Giselle, who sat up there and said, I don't care about your assault because I don't like you, the same woman who made fun of your mom when NECA came on the show and called your mom evil, if you can forgive that, you can forgive Angel. And also, I still stand by my opinions earlier this season. I felt like you kind of came at Angel in a bit of a petty manner. I still don't see where Angel came at you crazy, if I'm being honest. I'm sorry, Wendy, but I just, and then also what really took me out was the fakery of it all, because you told Angel to her face, I like you too. So where do we go from, that ship has sailed, but you're telling her in her face that you like her too? Which one is it? Which one is it? And I'm sorry, there's nothing, in my humble opinion, I could get over you throwing some light shade at me over you assaulting me. You were assaulted on national TV and people laughed at you, did not apologize to you, and you forgave that. So again, miss me with any talk about that ship has sailed with you and Angel. Just my 2 cents. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Wendy. You lost me there. You lost me there. And it's giving, because Giselle and Ashley don't care for Angel, you want to follow suit. That's what it's giving me. Oh, she didn't say I like her too. She said I like me too. Oh, I didn't even catch that. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for the correction, y'all. Thank you. Besides me getting that wrong, I got everything else right. And I still stand by what I said about Wendy. If you can forgive somebody who assaulted you and people who called you and your mama evil and laughed at you as you got assaulted, you can forgive Angel. Just my 2 cents. Okay? Listen, honey, her and Mia were bumping pocketbooks and losing change. Shout out to Alexander Rogers for that one. But honey, there is no way that me and you could ever fake flirt, be friends, be friendly, be cordial when you assaulted me on national TV and didn't apologize to me. Never. So Wendy, I'm sorry, girl, you lost me with that one. Please, you put up with years of horrible treatment on this show. Horrible. You have let that all go. You let that slide. You always talk about how you're a forgiving person. You can surely forgive whatever little tips you and Angel have had. So, girl, Wendy, please. Okay, yes, honey, years of abuse. No, it's true, honey. It's true. No, listen, y'all, I'm glad that, honey, right here in this chat, it is one band, one sound, because we see each other. I couldn't believe that Wendy said that. So I just had to get that off, honey. I had to cook with that one. I said, honey, I'm here, honey, baby. I ate my Wheaties this morning, honey. I am here. Yes, honey. One mind, one sound, one band, one sound. Do they really bump pocketbooks, Brooke? I'm nosy. Well, it was something. It was the whole thing of they were drunk and they were like fake flirting and they were showing each other their vaginas. And she was like, oh, Mia, you got a really pretty kitty, like, oh, girl. And then Mia was like, oh, girl, yeah, like, so I don't know if they actually bumped pocketbooks, but they did something went down with the pocketbooks, maybe somewhat bumping. I don't know. But at the end of the day, there is no way that I'd be showing anybody anything who assaulted me and didn't apologize for it. Absolutely not. So yes, they flashed the cat in the bathroom. Yes, you said licking bottoms to stay on top. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes, honey, showing your cookie to somebody who assaulted you. Exactly. Clown behavior. You said, finally, I'm vindicated. Wendy has clicked down for me the majority of the season. Honey, you said, I'm not looking at my ops kitty. They had a show and tell. Exactly. I think they bumped insurance fraud with stealing furniture. You said, child, two Dooney and Burks bumping together. I am screaming, honey. I came in time for the browser section. Thank you so much. Yes, I'll give you a cold shoulder, you said not my hot coochie, okay? Oh gosh. Honey. Okay. They were cooking cats like two computer mouses. Y'all are screaming. Y'all have me screaming. Okay, y'all, listen, honey, I had to get that off of my chest because Wendy, baby, you lost me right there. I said, So where were we? where were we before I went on that rant? So anyhow, we cut to Kiarna, Giselle, and Jazzy in their car. And Giselle says, wait, hold on. I lost my spot with that rant. Baby, that rant had me hot, okay? Oh, no. Wendy says, no, Stacy says, are we going to eat when we get there? And Angel says, yes. When we get to the house, there's going to be a chef there. So Wendy says, the house that we're going to, like, whose house is it? So now, when Angel says, we're not going to my house just yet. We're going to go to my house a little later. She says, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Giselle and Ashley will be rooming together. So Wendy starts laughing and says, I figured. So now we see Kiarna, Jazzy, and Stacy in their SUV. Kiarna says that she's feeling good. She's like, did you guys take those pills? And Jazzy's like, no, I didn't take a pill, but she does drink some water. I said, Jazzy, you need to take that entire water bottle down, baby. Like, drink that entire bottle while you were in that car. Because again, that altitude sickness in Colorado is no joke. So now she's asking Giselle, when's the next time that she takes the next pill? And Giselle says, you take the next one at night. Like, you take 2 a day. So Kiarna says that Colorado is 1 mile above sea level, and Angel did warn us about the altitude sickness. And now she says that to prepare herself, she did pop some meds just in case. So now we have Jazzy asking about Monique's event because she wasn't there for the whole sip and read. She's like, is there anything that I should know? Any drama that went down? Giselle says, well, I don't know if you know, Jazzy, but Angel was evicted. So Kiarna pipes in and says, no, she was not evicted. Y'all need to cut the ish. Now I said, Kiarna, thank you for finally opening up your mouth and defending your friend of 20 years, because this has been about maybe the 10th or 11th instance where they've dogged your friend out and you sat there quietly. So I said, yes, honey. I said, it's about time that Kiarna stands up for Angel. I said, thank you, Jesus. Won't he do it? Finally, Kiarna. I said, because girl, where were you? I was doubting your friendship at one point because it felt like you were always leaving your friend out to dry. Better late than never, I guess. But Kiarna says, again, like, that's not an eviction. Y'all need to stop. So now Giselle says, well, I have a different view of that, but I'm going to keep that to myself for now. Giselle, once again, you are grasping at straws. There is no eviction. Angel and Bobby have plenty of money. Worry about yourself, because this whole thing is a chop. Just stop trying to make fetch happen. They weren't evicted. They don't have money problems. Just stop. So now we cut to Ashley, Monique, and Tia and the other SUV. And Ashley's asking Monique who has she vibed with the most in the group. And Monique says that she really likes Kiarna a lot. So now Monique brings up Angel. Now, Monique, the way I'm about to tap your wrist, because this comment gave nothing but projection to me. You were out of line for this comment. She says, when it comes to Angel, she said something that was a bit concerning to me when she told me how she showed up late to the Potomac and Ponies party, and when she said that her husband didn't want to come. She says that Angel's giving me flashbacks about being the person that's doing everything, and I don't know if it's the same situation as mine, but some of those ingredients look very similar to the recipe that I was cooking up when I was stuck in my illusion. Monique Samuels, this is nothing but projection. You don't know Angel at all. You've never met Bobby. So how can you make that assessment that they might be similar to you and Chris? First of all, they love each other. There's physical attraction there on her part, and she married somebody that she's attracted to. Girl, baby. What you and Chris had going on was apples to oranges. Your pastor whacked you on national TV the episode after that fight, that assault, I should say, season 5, episode 10 or 11, I believe. And Monique's pastor said, baby, we all remember how Chris found you in that pickup truck. You were living in a pickup truck and he scooped you out and gave you the high life. Don't get it twisted. Babe, your story and her story it's not the same. She didn't meet him out of survival. It's night and day. We could feel the tension between you and Chris through the screen. You told us in season 3 how Chris always pitched a fit when you guys went to Cannes, how he gets mad and starts a fight every birthday. You're now coming up with more details about how your marriage was horrible. There is none of that with Angel and Bobby. So all this stuff about you trying to project with, it's not the same. Let's stop. Let's cut that BS right now. Okay? Enough. Yes, it's cherries to bananas. Very much so. He picked her up on Facebook. Monique Mayweather, sit your fist down. I said, I did not see the happiness. You and Chris were miserable. You were miserable with Chris because you were out of that marriage. You had checked out a long time ago. Okay. Love and Marriage DC came around. You did not want that man to touch you. So just stop. I don't know where you jumped out the window with this assessment about Angel and Bobby are similar to you and Chris. No, ma'am. No way. Yes, Monique was very defensive at the time. I agree. When she said that comment, I said, ew, So, I just, Monique, let's not get it confused. And it reminded me of how Ashley came out of her face and made that nasty comment about, Bobby has a temper on him. Like, you two both need to sit down and be quiet because neither one of those comments was necessary. So now, and also, Monique, one more thing. You trying to psychoanalyze anybody else is comical when you can't even psychoanalyze why you did what you did in season 5. It's been nothing but word salad. Until you can just say the truth and apologize for what you did, I don't really want to hear you psychoanalyze anybody else. Just saying. So anyhow, we are back in Giselle's car with Kiarna and Jazzy. Kiarna's like, Giselle, please be on your best behavior on this trip. Giselle says Angel has big shoes to fill because the Nevis trip was 5-star top to bottom. She says, Angel, good luck, honey. Now, Giselle, let me just let you know something. You're not going to sit here. 1 5-star trip in 10 years does not make, a luxury Housewives franchise. Potomac has been going on bottom of the barrel trips for years now. So let's not talk about she has big shoes to fill. You and Wendy threw a horrible party 2 episodes ago with no food. So not too much. Not too much. I mean, girl, it's one trip to the 4 seasons and you want to act like it's always been like that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not even going to let you do that. Ashley threw that horrible trip 2 seasons ago in Austin, Texas, where you guys did chicken shit bingo. Mia had you guys in Miami in that sorry Airbnb 30 minutes away from South Beach with only 4 bedrooms for 9 people. She had y'all eating Subway sandwiches on a life raft. So, girl, let's not about luxury trips. Angel has more class in her pinky toe than the rest of y'all. So let's not. They were eating gas station food, okay? Exactly. The SUVs alone are better than that potluck. Exactly. Yes, the best trip that they've been on was when Monique took them to Cannes. Monique, I'll give you your propers on that. That is actually one of Potomac's best trips. The Cannes trip. That was 5-star all the way. So Monique, I will give you your propers for that one because you did that. But between Monique's trip to Cannes and this trip to Nevis, that was 7 years apart. You guys haven't had a luxury trip since for a long time. So not too much. Not too much. Giselle really thought that she ate with that. Okay. Oh no, honey! I said 2026. I'm letting it all hang out. I'm letting the chopper sing. I'm not holding my tongue. I am letting y'all know how I feel about every single thing. 2026. I said, baby, it's no more playing nice. It's no more biting my tongue and holding back. I'm saying what I want to say, how I want to say it, and it is what it is. Okay, so yes, of course. Of course, Ashley's was horrible. Ashley was the host. Exactly. Okay, potlucks and shared rec space or family fun day. Yep, Giselle should hush. So, yeah, baby, I'm unloading the clip, honey. I'm emptying it out. So, exactly. Yes, honey, unfiltered. Baby, unfiltered. Very much so. All right. Give the people what they came for, okay? Yes, baby. Let's talk. That's right. Because even when you're kind, they're still gonna call you mean. So you know what? You might as well say what I want. Because even when I was going easy, I was still called mean. So baby, we just gonna be mean, honey. I'm gonna say what I want to say, how I want to say it. So it is what it is. Okay. So yes, honey, raw and uncut. Let me read these super chats, y'all. Hey Desna Fulton, Ayana. Thank you for the super chat. Giselle is bitter boots in her Dr. Seuss house. Child. Hey Gemini 617. Thank you for the super chat. Unbothered Queen Stacy rises again and paid Giselle's bitter blank page dust. Yes. Hey Dark Child 99. Thank you for the super chat. Yes, Brooke. Beverly Hills and SOC always give delectable catering. Atlanta Married to Medicine gives gourmet chef cooking. Yet RHOP gives canned tuna, Dollar Tree events, and bunk bed trips most of the time. Exactly. They don't have a leg to stand on. Hey, Cheap 83 by 21. Thank you for the super chat. Brooke, you might eat your words next week. Angel's in the running for worst host ever based on the sneak peek release. You will be appalled. Well, that might be the case. Listen, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem if I'm wrong. I don't mind eating crow. But right now, today, January 5th, 2026, right now, Angel 8. If she flops next week, baby, one day at a time. We're focused on today. Today, Angel 8. I'm going to focus on that. And if she flops next week, I'm going to say that and we're going to acknowledge that. But today, let me bask in the victory. And today, Angel did her big one. Today, yes, honey, we can only comment on the episode we see. When we get to next week, we will talk about next week. But right now, Angel did her big one. But yeah, honey, if I have to eat my words, I don't mind eating my words, honey. I don't mind eating my words. But right now, let me just have this one. Hey, Khadijah, thank you for the super chat. Period, Brooke. Happy New Year. Thank you. Happy New Year to you too. Yes, honey. What Nene said. Let's talk about what's now. Exactly. Don't tell me what was. Tell me what's now. Exactly. Okay. All right. So we will cross that bridge when we get there. Exactly. We will deal with next week. Okay. Yes, Brooke, 2026, the year of 0 F's given. Exactly. Okay. So yes, honey. Listen, baby, I will be vindicated. Okay. So let me just bask in the victory before I have to eat crow next week. Yes, baby. Today, baby, not tomorrow. And tomorrow's not promised to any of us. So let's live for today and have hope for tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, y'all have me screaming. Yes, baby. Yeah, honey, it's biblical, honey. Yes, let tomorrow worry about itself, as the good book says. Yes, honey. Baby, tomorrow has its own troubles. We'll worry about that when we get there. But right now, we are in today, basking in the glory of the good Lord. So let's focus on today. Yes, honey. Today is my day of vindication. Tomorrow, we don't know what tomorrow holds. But today, I'm going to bask in and walk in the light. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Oh, honey, we having a good time. Yes, honey. Let's not worry about tomorrow. Saith the Lord. Okay. Amen. Amen. And won't he do it? Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Hey, lovely D's. Thank you for the super chat. Speak the truth, Brooke. Speak your truth, Brooke. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. Baby, you know I'm gonna speak my truth. Wait, hold on. Jameer, wait, let me just hold on, because Jameer, I saw your comment. The only woman Brooke stands is her mother. You better know that. You better know that. Wait, somebody called you a concubine, blocked. I saw that comment, but I didn't know who they were talking to. I assumed that they were talking to maybe somebody else in the chat. Imagine getting on here to troll me, but I'm making a coin whether you like me or not. The fact that you are so dumb in your pea brain to come in here and try to troll me, and now you're blocked watching from another account. Now you have to watch me from a burner account. Don't you feel stupid? Don't you feel dumb? Why give attention to people that you don't like? You don't like me, but yet you are always in my chat. And I'm going to tell you right now, stop playing with me, because the next time you play with me, it's going to be, I put your stupid comment on blast on the community tab, and I put you on blast everywhere, and I really embarrass you. So you come in here if you want to troll, if you want to, but I promise you, you will be embarrassed. Baby, you're not hurting me. You're hurting yourself when you come in here and try to troll. You will concubine where? What are you even talking about? Just talking to talk. And it's so funny because you want to troll, but yet you don't have the balls to show what you look like because you're a coward. I'm not going back and forth with anybody this year. And I damn sure not going back and forth with an account with no profile picture. I'm not arguing with an initial. I'm not arguing with a cartoon picture. So you just look stupid. You're in a dirty room somewhere in your mama's basement using the neighbor's Wi-Fi, but you want to troll me. Not doing it. Yeah, it's like, what are we doing here? This makes sense to give your view to somebody that you can't stand and imagine they're getting paid whether you comment, love, or hate. That makes sense to you in your pea brain? You said somebody is a sour crab apple when you mentioned David Yerman. Well, they're gonna be even madder when I come back, when I pop on here with even more. They're gonna be even more mad. They're gonna be, when I pop up with the Cartier, it's gonna be they're gonna be even madder. Because I told you 2026, I'm here for a stacked wrist. Baby, yes, honey, 28,000 on the wrist and on the neck. You said I better put my pick up. And they could stay mad. Exactly. Don't give them the oxygen. No, you're right. But I'm not gonna have disrespect though. I'm not gonna have disrespect. So I'm letting everybody know now. If you trying to come on here on some BS, you will be embarrassed and I will put you on blast. So everybody need to act right. Baby, 2026, honey. It's a new day. It's a new day. Yes, honey. I'm a concubine on these jobs. Yes. Oh my gosh. So, all right. Yes, honey. We eating down. We eating down. Oh my gosh. Child, you said in the dating live, I almost said something funny and then said, don't even play with Brooke, please. I'm screaming, okay? Child, please. So anyhow. Oh my gosh. Brooke is Celine Dion rolling up that window. Very much that, okay? Dirty room with no Dyson to fix it. Exactly. Okay? Let them know. They don't even know what a Dyson is. And again. So, but all right, y'all. Let's get back to the recap. Okay. All right. Yes, honey. There was a troll that you missed. I had to set. There was a troll. Jameer blocked them. God is good. We move. It's a new time. It's a new day. We're not letting any negativity stop us. Okay. So, all right. So now, where were we? Forgive me, y'all. So now we get to they arrive to the house that they're going to be staying in. They're greeted by the staff. They can smell the food. They're like, oh, it smells good. I smell like jerk chicken, all this stuff. I say, yes, because Angel knows how to feed the girls, honey. Angel knows how to host. So, Ashley, as they're walking up the stairs, up the walkway, Ashley's like, is this Angel's house? Giselle says no. So Ashley's like, wait, so we rented a house? I said, yes, dummy. She did rent a house, because why would she have people who don't like her in her sanctuary? Absolutely not. So now they get into the house. There's a gorgeous charcuterie board waiting on them. It looked good. So Ashley's like, Angel, is this your house? And Angel says, no, this is the house that you're going to be staying in, though, but it's not my house. So Ashley says, well, I understand now, because Angel did say that she was going to disinvite me from the trip and her home, but I was under the impression that we were staying in her house. Now, I don't know why you thought in your pea brain that she would be inside of her dwelling when you don't like her. That's spiritual. You cannot have every and anybody in your home. You don't like the lady. You and Giselle have made that clear that you don't care for her. You've been ganging up on her every chance that you get. Why do you think that she would have you in her home? Let's be so for real. So Angel introduces them to her Wonderland outdoor staff. Remember that Angel co-owns her business Wonderland with her husband, Bobby. And they do luxury hikes, luxury fishing trips, like very much luxury mindfulness. So now they're eating the charcuterie. Angel says, remember that one drink here is the equivalent to 2 drinks. I told y'all, Colorado is not the place where you get drunk. That elevation, that altitude is no joke. Maybe have 1 drink for the day, but like you need to have water, period. So now she says, once you're done nibbling on the charcuterie, I'm going to show you guys your rooms, and then we'll do some breath work, and then I'll leave you alone because it's been a long morning. So Monique's like, wait, where are you going? So Angel says, I'm going back to my house. So Monique's like, wait, why aren't we at your house? So Angel says, well, because it's not enough space, but some people will be at my house and some people, and a lot of the rest of y'all will be here. Again, Monique, you just got back on the show. Just be happy that you're there, in my opinion. On top of that, she has every right to not want certain people in her home. You have to respect that. So now Giselle says with girls trips, the girls stay together. We function together. You're piecing out and taking some of the girls with you. What is this? I said, the same way you host horrible events and horrible trips. I don't know why you're trying to give Angel grief. Giselle, let me just whack you. The same woman who hosted that horrible, reasonably shady party in your driveway, and Wendy had to use the restroom, and you said, Wendy, I didn't even really want you here, but you damn sure can come into my house. The same way you did not let Wendy enter your threshold, that for you to be confused as to why Angel does not want you in her home is beyond me. I was shocked. So it's okay when you let people know they can't come into your house, but when other people do it with you, it's a problem? No. So now, they're done eating their charcuterie, and Angel says, okay, we have room assignments. Then I have a really fun welcome party for you guys. Then you guys will come to my home. So we do find out that Tia and Kiana will be staying in her home, and the rest of them are staying here. So Stacey's like, how are we supposed to bond, if we're not all together? I said, Stacey, girl, I like you and all, but you have been on the outs with this group for a long time. I don't know why you're so pressed about Angel staying in this house with y'all. She has every right to stay in her home and have y'all over here. Like, just be happy that you're here, in my opinion. So now Monique's like, Monique goes on to ask, how far is Angel's house from here? Angel says that she's about an hour away. So Monique's like, do you not like us? And Angel says, I like you guys a lot. It's just that it's a space issue. Again, I don't know where you guys get off questioning Angel about why they're not staying at her house. It's her house. That's where she pays the mortgage. She doesn't owe you an explanation. Half of this group does not like her. So therefore, half of this group would not be at her house. Period. End of story. Stop asking her the same thing. It's getting annoying now. So now Monique's like, what's up with all this gas that we're wasting? She's an hour away. We're so far from the airport. We got to keep going back and forth. Again, Monique, be happy that you're on the trip. Accept the free trip, have a good time, and call it a day. Like, I don't know why there's so much hullabaloo about staying here. Just be happy. So now, and also one more thing. If Angel had put them all up in her house, how much do you want to bet that they would have been ragging on her for not having enough bedrooms for all of them? This is a big group. You have a full cast of 7 women, right? It's Wendy, Giselle, Ashley, Tia, Angel, and Kiana as full-time, and Stacey, 7 full-timers. And then you have Monique and Jazzy as friend of the show, friends of the show. That's 9 women. That's a lot of people to house in her house. I'm sure that Angel has like a 5-6 bedroom house. That's not enough for everybody. So had she had them at her house, they'd be complaining about that. So it's just like Angel's in a situation where it's a lose-lose. She can't win for losing with this group. They just want to find an issue no matter what she does. And she knows that. So the best bet is to have them all in another house. That way they don't sit up there and pull this BS in her own home. And I get it. So yes, Giselle told Monique, hold on. One of y'all made a great point of how Giselle was rude to Monique in Monique's house, season 2. Very true. An hour is far though. Yes, I agree it is far, but I do feel like that was probably the biggest house that she could get. Maybe the houses around her might not have had the space, and she wanted to make sure she found a house big enough for all of them. And that's why she could only find it an hour away. Yes, Angel still has her babies. Yes, she has her son and her daughter who are 4 and a year old. So it's like, I get it. She doesn't want all that hooting and hollering and nonsense in her house. So yeah. Yeah, they just want to pick it apart. They just want to pick it apart. That's all they want to do. Oh, hold on. Call it out. Wendy lives 3 hours away from Potomac. She'll be fine with that commute. Clock it. So let's not too much on Angel being an hour away from this home. If Wendy drives damn near, 100 miles to get back and forth to film a scene, they'll all be okay. So enough. So thank you for saying that. I know that's, baby, you ate that down. So all right. So now it's time for them to go over the room assignments. And it was so funny because when they got up to tour the house, Kiarna was like good and like tipsy. So Kiarna says, remember guys, be careful when you stand up because it feels like I had 3 shots. Like one shot feels like 3 shots. So now we see Stacy's room. Angel gave Stacy a beautiful room, beautiful bathtub, like gorgeous. So I don't know if it was the altitude or the beauty of nature, but we see Kiarna crying. Wendy points it out and she's like, Kiarna, why are you crying? Like, are you okay? So Kiarna's like, Wendy, why are you pointing this out? Stop it. And like Kiarna is really like taken with emotion. Now, I will say, I'm a crybaby, so I get it. I get emotional over the silliest things. They're not silly to me, but like if I see like little animals playing, like one time I saw like a squirrel and a little birdie like playing in the front yard, and I just started like I get really emotional over like nature and like animals sometimes. Like so if I'm on vacation and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, God created such a beautiful world. Like I'll start crying. So I get it. Like I could not stop laughing. I said, girl, yes, it's tears of joy. It's appreciation of being alive. So, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm serious. No, you're laughing at me. She must have ate some shrooms. I'm screaming. Okay, you're the same way. We see each other, honey. Yes. Like sometimes like I'll just cry over just, I'll say, God, thank you so much for my life. Baby, I get emotional over everything. If I get in one of those moods, I'm super appreciative, super grateful, I will start crying. So Kiarna, I'm not even going to shade you, honey, because I get it. Like I'll start crying. Yes, at sunsets. Yes, I start crying at sunsets too. Yes. Listen, okay. You said I cried in driving into Colorado is breathtaking. Yes, it is beautiful. Baby, yes, the emotion of just being alive. It's tears of appreciation. Yes, and it's peace. So yes, don't let it be a beach and some dolphins. I'm boo-hooing. Same here. Yes, I just can be so touched. I'm just so touched. I'm happy you're here in the live too. Kay was pleasant this episode. More of that. Yes, she was. Kiarna, this is what we want to see. Not this other nonsense that you're on, but I liked Kiarna in this episode too. Yes, I'm very appreciative of all that I have too. Same here. It's like to be alive, to be healthy, to be in my right mind. Because baby, being in your right mind, everybody can't say that. So God is good, honey. So I tear up over you guys. I tear up over my channel. I tear up over everything. So Kiarna, you and I see you. Okay. Yes, God is good. That's all I need. Exactly. So they were all just like, girl, what is going on? Just Kiarna's like, it's like 3-to-1 shots. Like 1 shot's the equivalent to 3 shots. Giselle even had me laughing. Giselle was like, Kiarna, stop doing math. Like, stop doing math. Giselle was like, I don't know what's going on with my girl Kiarna. And I said, Giselle, you're the ice queen. You're very robotic. We barely see any emotion out of you. So I'm sure that you can't relate to the emotion that Kiarna's experiencing. Like, of course you can't, because that's just not how how you are. So I'm not surprised that you were looking at Kiarna like, girl, what the F is going on? Stacy had me screaming. She looked into the camera and she said, and they call me the crazy one. I said, Stacy, I could not stop laughing. So now we go to Monique and Jazzy. They both have nice rooms. And now it's time for Giselle and Ashley's room. Angel ate down. This is how you gag the girls, especially when they keep coming after you. Angel did her big one. Pull up to Ashley and Giselle's room. It's the smallest room in the house, and it has 2 twin beds. Giselle was upset. Giselle's face was tight. She was like, I'm not going into that room. I'm not going into that room. She's like, Angel, this is whack. She says, you had us here under the pretense that we'd be in your fabulous award-winning home. Well, no, she let it be known that she wasn't here to have the mean girls in her home. So girl, stop. You played yourself. On top of that, Giselle, you have always been the head girl of this group. The way you have hazed everybody, the way you have given people that you didn't like bad rooms. When you've been mad at Karen, you would give Karen a bad room. Stop. Like, we're not going to do that. Let's not forget how on your trip to Nevis, you were so petty that you did not give Stacey a monogrammed robe or toiletry kit. And you did not write her a handwritten note. That was really messed up and petty. So you can't be mad when somebody out petties your petty. Just saying. So it's okay when you haze the girls, when it's done to you. It's like, no, baby, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. When you didn't like Candace and Wendy, when Robin hosted the whole trip to Dominican Republic, you and Robin were both like, well, I don't really care where they sleep. I don't even want them here. So again, you can't be mad. You cannot be mad. I was here for Angel getting her lick back, and it was well done. So now we now go downstairs to Wendy's room. Wendy has the entire basement. Wendy's room was everything, chef's kiss. She has her own bathroom, the nice queen size bed, like very nice layout. Wendy loved her room. She was trying to give us Kenya with the Gone in the Wind fabulous twirl, like one of y'all said earlier in the super chats. It was very reminiscent of that. And with that flowy dress too, it gave very much Kenya season 5. So now Stacey's like, Angel, you have outdone yourself, girl. Angel says, gratitude is a virtue. I hope you're all happy with your rooms. If you're not, I'm so sorry. It's no shade. So of course you have Monique being shady, and she's like, girl, just own it. That was beautiful shade. Like, you were being shady. So now Angel says, of course, I was being a bit shady when it came to Giselle and Ashley's room. You can't treat somebody crazy for no reason and then think you're going to get away with it. And again, Angel, I was on your side. The way they've been doing you all season long, get your lick back. So now Monique says, Angel got her lick back. And Giselle says, lick back for what? I said, Giselle, be so for real right now. Be so effing for real. You have been dogging that woman out since she stepped foot on this show. And now you want to play dumb and act like you don't understand why she did what she did. You getting that small room is what you deserved. Okay? Yes, the delusion of it all. So now they're walking up the stairs, and Giselle's like, that's just weird. So Monique says, well, it was the whole Ashley saying that she was evicted situation. And Giselle says she got evicted. So Tia's like, girl, can y'all not bring that up? Like, leave that alone. Just like, wrong road. Now, Tia, I hope that you get whacked at this reunion, because high key, you're the one who started this whole eviction mess in the first place, running your mouth on that phone to Giselle about her getting put out. Had you not said anything, we wouldn't be here now. But okay. But Tia, I notice it's funny. You start the mess, and then you get to back away slowly and play innocent and be a bystander. But I really do hope that at the reunion, Angel calls you out for even bringing this whole thing up. Okay? So they're walking up the steps, and Giselle says that she's going to evict herself from this house. And Angel says, well, you should do that because, what happened to me was not being evicted. So Giselle says, well, we have more information about that whole thing, but I'm going to leave that right there. Again, Giselle, the information that you have is a chop. There is no information when there was no eviction. You can't try to read somebody who can't be read. Angel's money is in order. She has the most money on this cast. So what are we saying here? Like, what are we doing? Her Colorado home has won awards. Like, baby, mama is in Architectural Digest for that home. They were in Homeworthy for their home. Like, $7 million, Miss Angel's money is good. That coin is real long. You can't read her. This was not an eviction. And she wanted to live in a hotel. She could do that for months on end. She has the coin. So what are we talking about? So anyhow, Jazzy's like, what is going on with Giselle? She said that she'd behave in the car, but this ain't behaving. Now, Jazzy, did you honestly believe that Giselle was going to behave? Like, let's stop. So now Angel's like, what's this information that you have? Like, I want to hear about it. So Giselle says, well, it's not my information to tell. Giselle, you don't have any information. So Angel says, well, I want to hear this before y'all step into the threshold of my home. I said, girl, I know that's right. I said, listen, I'm on the same wavelength. Before you even set foot into my home or my kids and where me and my husband lay our heads, we need to nip this in the bud right now. What the F are you talking about behind my back? Because you can't come into my home with all this crazy energy you have towards me. Because if you don't like me, you're not going to be coming into my house, period. So let's call it out. Let's call it out. Baby, Angel was taking it for me. Oh, she was. She absolutely was. I was here for it, honey. I said, girl, you better say that. You don't have just anybody in your home. So Angel, again, you did your biggest one. Angel says, I'm going to tell y'all right now that if we don't sort this whole thing out, I'm going to shut Ish down, because what's not going to happen is people coming into my home having crazy lies about me and spreading toxic energy on my property. So who has more information? They're all quiet, and we see a to be continued flash on our screens, and that's where the episode ends. Again, Angel, baby, you did your big one. I was proud. I said, like I said, y'all, give Angel a chance, honey. I know it takes the girls sometimes a long time to get together, but I feel like Angel has finally found her footing and she's found her voice. I was here. Yes, congratulations, Angel. I was here for it. Yes, there are certain people you only meet in public spaces. Exactly. Being disrespected in your own home is a whole new level of disrespect. Yes, absolutely. Okay. I was here for it. I was here for it. It took her 13 episodes to get it together, Brooke. Listen, baby, better late than never. We've seen some housewives who never got it together. So it's small victories over here, honey. Listen, I like to root for the underdog. Listen, baby, call me what you want, but I have hope. I have hope. So that's all you need in this life is some hope. Angel dropped the mic. Yup, she sure did. Angel was a slow burn, but we made it, honey. Thank you, God. It really would be in your best interest not to go to that girl's house being hateful. Giselle, you would get embarrassed. I agree. I applauded at the end of the episode, gave Fizzy and Forehead all the energy they've been begging for all season. I agree. We need Angel to bring it at the reunion. Now all she needs is a great reunion performance. I agree. Oh, you said Wendy still hasn't gotten it in 6 seasons. Oh, 13 episodes is better than 13 seasons. I agree. Let her cook. She better show it at this reunion. I agree. Baby, Angel had me screaming. Period. Angel, finally. Angel's doing more than NECA. Sure did. Sure did. Agreed. Angel gagged evil. Yup. Angel's redeeming herself. Sure is. Giselle can't even fake any type of gratitude. I hope she gets put out. Remember today, baby. Exactly. That's what. Hold on. You're speaking my language. You, baby, you better tell the truth and shame the devil on today. Tell the truth. We have to be honest. It took Wendy how many seasons to get it together? Exactly. You better tell the truth today. It's the truth. It took Wendy a long time to find her footing. This is arguably her best season to date. Let's be exactly. If y'all can give Wendy a chance, you can give Angel a chance. You better speak the truth. Honey, they can feel however they want to feel. They can be mad all over again. I do not care. This is my opinion, my channel. Okay? I'm just saying how I feel. I've said it before and I will say it again. It took Wendy some time to find her footing, and the fact that other subscribers feel the same way too. Just saying. Okay? So I'm just, listen, This time they have a reason to be mad they did not before. I didn't realize Wendy had this big fan base. Well, you know what's so funny? I had no idea that Wendy had this big fan base either. It's just so interesting to me that when I was rooting for her, they were nowhere to be found. They didn't like her. Then when I said, well, I don't dislike her, but I'm no longer going hard in the paint for her after our interaction. Now all of a sudden they don't like me and they're rooting for her. I said, you can't make it up, honey. You can't make it up. Because again, where was all this support when she got whacked upside her head? It's just it. But you know what though? It is what it is. Baby, it's just so funny to me. I had no idea she had this big fan base either, because for the longest time, I was the lone wolf. I tweeted the Getter Jade gift when Angel got them together. Angel better rehearse those reads and land those planes at the reunion. I agree. Y'all have me screaming. The funds went to funding her bots. Yup, Wendy's fans were very quiet on season 7. Fake, I agree. It's crazy to expect Wendy to sympathize with Angel when Angel came for her unprovoked episode after episode. Am I in the Twilight Zone? You're not in the Twilight Zone? Listen, you're allowed to feel how you feel. I don't see it that way. I thought that Wendy was hard on her at that Preakness brunch at Kiana's house, and I stand by that. Again, listen, if you don't like what I'm saying, that's fine. Feel free to go to somebody who's what they're saying aligns with how you feel. But I'm very, I'm resolute with how I feel. You're not in the Twilight Zone. We just have a difference of opinion. But I still don't see it that Angel was going after Wendy. I think that Wendy was hard on Angel, in my humble opinion. Again, we're not always going to agree. That's fine. But, we have a difference of opinions. Brooke, you lost when you said that Angel never came for Wendy. She came harder for Wendy than the folks who really came for her. I do like Angel in this episode and happy she was able to clap back. I'm not saying that Angel wasn't shady towards Wendy, but what I am saying is that Wendy was also shady towards Angel at the beginning of the season 2. I think that's where we differ. I think that's getting lost in translation. I don't see it as Angel was just strictly hated Wendy. And again, my opinion, I did think that it was odd that Angel had a bone to pick with Wendy about the catfish thing when Giselle was the one who said the catfish comment and not Wendy. But I do feel like at that Preakness brunch, and you can go back to that episode 3, I did feel like Wendy was a bit too hard on Angel. I said that. Again, I'm not saying that Angel is all the way innocent or that she hasn't shaded Wendy. I said, now Angel, why are you saying all this stuff about Wendy to your sister? Why are we still talking about this, for one? And then 2, why do you have more smoke for her than you do for Giselle and Ashley? I have been very fair. Just because I'm not all the way that Angel was being a mean girl to Wendy does not mean that I see both sides, was what I'm trying to say. Oh, it's another troll. Jameer, if there's another troll, thank you. Wasn't the dislike between Wendy and Angel mutual? Yes, it was. That Preakness brunch is what kickstarted. I agree. Yeah, I whacked Angel for multiple recaps. I've been very fair about that. I feel I've been very fair. Very fair. You said no, she did come for Wendy. She was blaming Wendy for what she's outside, despite Giselle saying I'm the one who said catfish. But that doesn't mean we don't celebrate Angel for gagging them. Yes, and I even said that. I said, now Angel, Giselle's the one who said the catfish comment, not Wendy. I feel I've been very fair and objective with this whole situation. No, because I feel that I do feel it's about to escalate. So I'm like, we need to get off this topic, because I feel it in my soul that someone's gonna jump out the window and get crazy because I'm not saying what they want me to say. So I'm like, we can end things right here, because baby, I'm gonna have a good year. I'm not getting bent out of shape for a show. So I never said that Angel is innocent. I never said that Wendy is all the way innocent. I feel that they've both contributed to the mess between each other. That's where I stand on the matter. So, but I will say Angel did a great job in this episode. We can all agree with that, I think, right? Okay. Yes, you can have a fave and call them out on their BS. No, babe, I'm not, yeah, I know I'm not doing it today. I'm not doing it today or any day. Yes, I said, honey, on that note, baby, they already staring out the window. They You've been even fair with Wendy. I agree. Brooke even discussed this with Angel when I interviewed her. Yes, I did. I said, no, Angel, it did seem like you had more smoke for Wendy versus Giselle. Why is that? Because Giselle was one who said the comment. So I've clocked Angel on the nonsense too. So we may agree to disagree, but let's not be rude. Exactly. Okay. The only thing we're saying is that Angel is making an effort to move past it all. Exactly. Yes, everybody gets a wig tug. Exactly. I feel like I clap when the girls do a good job and I tug them when they come on. Like, what are we doing here? So, yeah, baby, let them know, Greg. Brooke, this is your channel. Tell them to set up a Gmail, make their own. Thank you. Okay. Ciao. You said, Brooke, the TLC finally get the invoice because ain't nobody playing with our Brooke. Oh, so, baby, listen. Oh no, I'm getting that compensation because I will say, Bravo, NBC is very good about that. If they want to use a clip, they have always reached out to me. If they use a clip of mine on their Instagram account or their Twitter account or whatever, or when I did the commercial. Remember that show, The Dancing Queens? When I went to their premiere party, I filmed something and I was on the commercial. They made me sign a waiver. All that paperwork was involved, all that. So NBC, they know how to, they do it right. TLC, y'all are dead wrong to use my likeness in your documentary. You did not even email me. That is unacceptable. Okay. Yeah, and y'all like Jada Pinkett Smith said, y'all, we suing. Exactly. Okay. You said honk the horn on them. Exactly. Yes, TLC is very low budget. Baby, they pay those folks pennies on the dollar over there. Yes, honey, get them for me, okay? Yup, they use Kempire. They use shout out to Gibson Johns, Gabbing with Gib here on YouTube and on Apple and Spotify podcasts. They used his likeness as well. They did not call or email any of us. TLC don't care about nothing. Yes, they're very unprofessional. Very. You said good. 28,000 next. Okay, listen, a mess. They think y'all won't go after them. That's what it is. How foolish. Well, I am. So it doesn't, TLC, if you're watching, you guys I don't know what y'all are thinking, but y'all were dead wrong for that. You cannot do that. Y'all were wrong for that. Because NBC, every single time they have ever put me up on a commercial or I've been on their Instagram, Twitter account, whatever, TikTok account, they have always sent me an email, made me fill out paperwork. They are thorough. They are not trying to get sued, okay? NBC does it right. So shout out to NBC Bravo because they always do it right. TLC, y'all are so raggedy for this. Okay? So, the Learning Channel is about to learn something with Brooke today. Y'all should join together and file a class action suit. PSA, TLC, don't play with Brooke. Cut the check, okay? Oh no, you baby, baby, another piece about to be added onto the wrist. Check, you know that. Yes, Giorgio says. Yep, they use his content, and they use like damn near everybody. Yes, baby, a mess. There isn't really anything we didn't know or suspected on that documentary. Oh, you know it. If you're the next Andy of TLC, I'll start watching. Yep, I have friends that work at NBC Universal. They cross their T's and dot their I's. They sure do. No, they really do. Because I told you guys how they don't play with the interviews either. When you had to send in your questions and like, baby, NBC does not play. If you think you're about to interview a housewife or any one of their Bravo talent and ask them some crazy questions, or you have another thing coming. And I told you guys in the last recap before, after the interview with Angel, and I said the reason why I worded the colorism question was baby, listen, babe, I don't play any games, baby. It's true professionalism over here. Because you cannot, if you think you're about to talk to the housewives like you do on the recaps, you have another thought coming. You have another thought coming. For them to use so many people's content without permission is crazy. Did all of that for that Nothing Burger documentary. TLC, the grifters of the cable networks. TLC ain't got it, child. Oh, gosh. They should know better than to move like that. I appreciate you. Brooke, you've been very fair, and you don't need to explain yourself to anybody. Thank you. No, you're right. But it's not that I explain myself. It's just the fact that I can tell when somebody's about to jump out the window with me and get nasty. So I just have to let you know. We're not even about to do this. You know what I'm saying? I just have to let the good folks know. Thank you for coming on. But I'm not about to exert energy arguing or getting upset. So if you think you're about to jump out the window with me, you have another thought coming. Yes, the conversation is over. I'm not getting bent out of shape over any of this, honey. I have a good life. God is good. God has blessed me. I have nothing to complain about. So I'm not about to be sitting up here arguing with people over a show. It is not that deep. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. If you don't like me, that's fine. But respect will be had, and you can. I'm not. So, oh, absolutely. Yes, honey. Honk the horn, honey. Okay. I know I've missed a few super chats, y'all. Let me get on that. Hold on. If I missed anything, okay. Khadijah, I read your super chat earlier. Thank you. Happy New Year to you too. Hey, lovely D's. Thank you for the super chat. Speak the truth, Brooke. Speak your truth. Happy New Year. Yeah, I read your super chat too. Thank you, lovely D's. Yes. Hey, Florence 214. Thank you for the super chat. They wanted Angel in that house to bully her freely. They're mad she'll be returning home to a support system. Haters always want you to be around them. That's very true. Hey, Black Aho. Thank you for the super chat. Did you catch Pastor Jamal's sermon regarding his wife's dress? Yes, I did. I'm going to say this. God bless first ladies. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I thought she looked beautiful. I thought I'm going to leave it there. That's another discussion for another day. But I thought that his new wife looked beautiful in her dress. And I'm going to leave that there. But God bless the first ladies. It seems like you can't do everything. Seems to be an issue. But I like the way he handled the whole situation. He said I will say this though. I love to see a husband step behind his wife. Like, no, you will not drag my wife. That's not going to happen. I would like the same way that when Megan Good was married to that pastor and that lady tried to get up there, talk about, oh, why are you dressing like that? And he was like, oh no, what we won't do is, like, my wife, if she wants to wear a string bikini, she can do that. And I said, I know that's right. I'm here for him saying, oh no, honey, like, that's my wife. I paid for the dress. I bought that. That's mine. And you guys will not drag her. I loved it. Okay. I was here for it. Listen, God bless. It's like you can't wear anything. They just want you in a potato sack. Not me. Child, I said, God bless. Yes, Devon Franklin. No, I wasn't disagreeing with you. I was just finding people in the comments. I don't think you said anything that I don't remember you saying anything that was spicy. Did I take what you said the wrong way? Because I don't remember you saying anything spicy, but thank you for the clarification. Y'all have me screaming in the chat. Um, hey, Darkchild99, thank you for the super chat. Brooke, will you review Heather's documentary? So I actually did watch I actually did watch her 3-part documentary. It was insightful. It was very disturbing. The whole situation with the two sisters, what was going on with her dad, that was traumatizing to hear. That was like, oh my gosh, I felt bad for all of the victims. Despite my gripes with Heather, I do like the fact that she is bringing awareness to the destruction and the evil that goes down in the Mormon church. So good for her for, unveiling all of the nonsense. I mean, I don't really have much to say about it. It was a very sad documentary. Hey, Bio Miss Flores, thank you for the super chat. Gonna buy some Tiffany's, Louboutins, and Chanel. You better know it. You better know it. Hey, so Steph, thank you for the super chat. I'm so glad you called out Wendy being so phony in her confessional regarding Angel. Her comments really irritated me. I'm firm on Wendy being a pick-me. Oh, you said being a pick-me loser now, child. And so Steph, they're gonna be upset with me reading your comment too. I'm gonna say this. This season definitely does show that the desire to be in with the cool girls has always been there. For sure. I was shocked that Wendy was able to say out of her mouth that it's too little too late regarding her and Angel making amends when she was assaulted on national TV. And not only did she make amends with the assaulter, but she was showing, they were bumping cats in Mexico, and she wanted to befriended her despite not getting an apology. So I just have an issue with that, with how are we able to move past people who have done such heinous and egregious things to you, but you can't move past a little light shade? I'm very confused. So hey, High Vibe, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Brooke, not sure if you mentioned this. Did you watch Mary Cosby's documentary? I found it very disturbing. So no, I did not. I have not watched the documentary, but I was sent several clips with where they have my voice and they're playing one of my recaps where I'm talking about Mary. But I do need to sit down and watch it. I saw some things on Twitter where they were saying that some things about how, they were calling Mary out about how Mary said that she always told us that her grandmother said, I want you and the step grandfather to get married. And now they're saying in the documentary that that's not the case, that her grandma was actually disgusted by the whole thing and excommunicated her from the church. So, I'll catch up on it. I mean, I'll watch it one of these days, but I haven't seen it. I was sent clips though where I'm speaking. That is Pentecostal Church 101. Nothing new there. Calling it a documentary is quite generous. It's a mashup of all the things we already knew combined together. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. It's not really any new information. When Wendy was telling Angel not to take what women say to heart, I thought, well, let's see what she will think when women come for Pam Oliver's fraud. Yes, I do want to touch on that quickly. I forgot to mention that in the recap. I did think it was funny too when Wendy said, you can't take what they say to heart because they've said things to me. And I just said, Ashley, shut the hell up. Wendy is very angry at Ashley's recent remarks about Ashley saying at her show, we make melodies, not felonies over here. And at BravoCon, she said, I don't accept her apology. So I find it rich that she's telling Angel just to let things slide. But then when they make jokes about what she's going through, now she can't forgive them. And you know, I just find it to be funny. And again, I'm also surprised that Wendy is. Well, no, I can't. No. I'll take that back. This is not just shade. This is like her freedom is on the line. So I understand her being really upset at jokes being made because her freedom is on the hanging on the balance. Um, but yeah, I just think that I am surprised to see Wendy being so blasé about, well, just let it roll off your back when she was being, I mean, tormented for 5 years straight before she had a great season. Hey, Ivan's Lyra, thank you for the super chat. I agree with you. Wendy was bumping her Hello Kitty with Mia weeks after the altercation. She was entitled AF this episode. Yup. You said Wendy's never been a good sport, though. Yeah, one could argue that she has been a good sport because she didn't quit the show after being assaulted. So I guess you could have people saying on the flip side, well, she has been a good sport because she's really taken all these licks and still kept ticking. You said Wendy's just so happy with being with Giselle and Ashley. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They made comments when Karen's freedom was challenged, right or wrong, it's all fodder. That's very true too. That's very true too. And we saw Ashley and Karen behind the scenes at BravoCon this year. They were getting along, and Karen even made jokes saying that she has street cred now. So that's true. If Karen went to jail and she can laugh at what they've said about her, then I guess you could argue that Wendy could, let it roll off her back too. That's another good point. You said, listen, I heard Wendy, and I was like, what? I do like Wendy, but today she reminded me of a pick me. And for Monique to tell Angel to own it. What had Monique fisticuffs owned? Exactly. That's what I thought was so funny. I just said, now, come on, Monique. You still won't own what you did years ago. So please, I just think it's so funny how Monique is trying to be this big old peacemaker. Yes, touche. I suppose you could say that Wendy's been a good sport because now she wants to be friends. Yes. I hopped off because my daughter's friend and her mom came by after school, and y'all are still on live. Yes. Yes, a lot of these women are do as I say and not as I do. Haymaker Monique has some nerve. Yes, Monique is still lying about why she assaulted candidates. She's not the orbiter of owning anything. I agree. You said Monique is self-righteous and self-absorbed. Monique owned that her binder exercise was shady. Very true. Fisticuffs has me crying. Yes, no, it's very true. Giselle and Robin almost beat Ashley's behind with that umbrella that time. Now Giselle and Ashley are besties. Come on, yeah, I know, and that. Thank you for bringing that up because remember, yeah, Giselle and Robin rolled up to Ashley's now defunct Australian restaurant in season 2, and Robin was about to put hands and feet on Ashley. She was getting in her face, pointing in her face, and pointing, popping her forehead like this. She was about to whoop Ashley's behind. And, Giselle was there egging her on, cheering her on to do so. And now Giselle and her are besties. It's the funniest thing to me. So, oh, Brooke, welcome to 2026. Happy to see you. Happy to see you too. Maybe Wendy is saying, let it roll off your back because she's had to endure worse with those ladies. That's another way to look at it too. Maybe, yeah. That's another way to look at it as like, well, girl, I got somebody went upside my head and threw a drink on me, and they all laughed and sat there and said that it was my fault. So, girl, if I could endure that, then you can let this roll off your back. So, yeah, you're right. That could be another way to look at it too. That's very true. Ashley looked like Giselle Jr. during that sit down with Wendy. Yes. Oh, the umbrella fight. Yes, the umbrella fight was with Monique versus Robin. But season 2, Robin and Giselle did roll up on Ashley. They wanted to fight her because Ashley wouldn't stop talking about Robin and Juan's finances. And so it was two seasons where Robin rolled up on 2 people. Yes, Robin did the umbrella thing. She was with Monique, and Robin rolled up on Ashley in season 2. Now, I do find it funny that Monique did not have that same smoke for Robin with that umbrella, because Monique, I mean, I'm just shocked that you let Robin push that umbrella, into your chest. I mean, baby, I was really surprised that you walked away. I mean, let me listen. It's a new year. Season 5 was 6 years ago. Let's not even get into it. But I do think it's funny that Monique let Robin push that umbrella into her chest, but yet hit somebody who didn't even hit her. But let me be quiet. Let me zip my mouth. Okay. They are all pick me's for the Green Eyed Bandits. I agree. Monique is the one that pushed the umbrella. It was Monique? Why did I think it was Robin who did it? Oh. Well, either way, I am surprised that it did not, end up in a brawl, because they were this close to fighting on that sidewalk. She wanted in with the green-eyed bullies. That's very true. It was the other way around. Monique had the umbrella. Okay. No, I forgot, baby. I apologize. For some reason, I remembered it as Robin, but okay. Either way, I'm just surprised that it didn't end up in a brawl. You said Candace is not a fighter, but Robin looks like she can body slam. Very true. Robin did walk up on Monique, though. Yes, that's what I remember. Okay, so so yes. Monique slammed her with the umbrella, but Robin did walk up on her like she wanted to fight first. Yes. She knew she couldn't beat Robin. Very true. You said, not Brooke dragging Robin. Roberto definitely will fight. No, I believe Robin was approaching the umbrella, separated them. Oh. Robin kept poking at Monique. You said, what Ava from Abbott Elementary say? The key to not getting your ass beat is to know when you can get your ass beat. That's true, because there's always somebody crazier than you are. Okay, Monique held her umbrella up, but Robin made her put it down. It wasn't a slam, it was held up. Okay, thank you. Y'all have me scream. You said Robin has shoulders, Monique knows better. But it was Monique's umbrella. You said, for what I remember, Monique has the umbrella. She even said, I'm going to choke you out. That's funny that Monique always tells the opponent what she's going to do. Ciao. I scream every time Kempire says regular Robin. Remember when Robin was trying to fight Ashley? Yeah, we so Steph brought that up season 2 when her and Giselle rolled up on Ashley in season 2, and she was like, "Stop talking about me and Juan. Like, take our names out of your mouth." Child, y'all have me screaming. Y'all have me screaming. This is me putting my finger in your face. Yes, when she said that to Ashley. Yes. Sorry, I got it mixed up with the umbrella mess. Yeah, I love when Kempire says that too. Yes, and when Alexander Rogers calls Robin Rob the Throb, I lose it every time. Yes, Potomac turned from etiquette to fighting. Low budget trips, forced drama, dark lies, and no mouth-watering spread in sight. Exactly. Yes, Mo told Robin she'd strangle her with the umbrella. They act all gangsta, yes. How about Monique playing in Giselle's face with the whole binder exercise, yet Giselle still mad at Stacy and Angel? It makes no sense. I think that Giselle is determined to force an issue with Stacy, and I just don't understand why. Brooke, what do you think about Robin returning since they brought Monique back? I mean, I don't know. I can see them bringing her back if this is Ashley's last season. I can see that happening because I know that there were talks of Robin coming back as a friend of. You said Monique's return was a flop. At this point, none of them are friends, just alliances. Hell no. Because Stacy's more accomplished than Giselle. Brooke, who would you keep, friend, dump for next season to make things a little more enjoyable? I would. Ashley's got to go. Hands down, Ashley's got to go. Karen's definitely coming back. I'm guessing Wendy's going to come back because they gear up for filming season 11 soon in the springtime, and Wendy's trial is in the springtime. Unless Wendy's legal team advises her not to film while she's getting ready for trial, her trial's in April. But then again, it's like Wendy needs the money, so I don't know about her not returning because she needs that money. I mean, that check is going to be hefty, a nice check, and she needs to pay for the legal fees, the bills. So I see her coming back. That's her story. Like, she's set with her. Wendy is set with her storyline. So I guess it'll be Giselle, Wendy, Karen. Keep Stacy, absolutely. Remove Ashley. Bring Angel back. Kiana can be demoted as friend of. Monique, she can, if she comes back, just keep her as a friend of. I don't think she needs to be full time. If they remove Ashley, I can see them bringing back Robin. So Wendy needs money to pay restitution. No shade. I really mean that. I want Ashley out like I wanted Robin out. Seriously. You said Wendy's ego won't allow her to take a season off. You said you want to see everything that goes on with Wendy. No Robin, please. I think that Angel's spot depends on her reunion performance, but I feel because this was such a strong episode for her that there is hope for her to come back. I really want minimal change. This cast is fine. Candace said she has no desire to come back right now. Yeah, I saw that on her podcast episode. I heard Wendy could pay up to 1.3 in penalties due to every claim for the amount they tried to defraud times 3. Wow. Jesus. Oh, what about Tia? Tia, I guess bring Tia back. I think that Tia is a nice addition. Does she have the strongest personal story? No, but I think that Tia is a nice addition. Yes, Tia's good at reading and then diffusing. Yeah, like bring her back for another season. You said Tia can be demoted to friend of, in my opinion. Tia's okay. I don't mind her. Angel may not want to come back, to be honest. How do we feel about Candace talking about the show? I think that's like the main issue about being on Housewives is that once you're off, whether you left on your own accord or you were fired, it seems like none of the former housewives can stop talking about it. And they all have the same script where it's like, I don't watch the show anymore. I don't care what they're doing, but yet they're talking about it all the time. So I feel like they have a very toxic relationship with the show. It's like they hate the show, but they love the show. They can't stop talking about the show. It's weird. Are you going to watch Candace on Traitors? Yes, I'm going to watch this season of Traitors. It's her, Lisa Rinna, Portia, Dorinda's back again, and another housewife. So yeah, I'll be watching Traders. Yes, that's how Dorinda is. Yeah, a lot of them are. They can't stop talking about it. Yes, the show gives them relevance. Yes. You said Candace tweeted for people to not tag her in RHOP because she's enjoying her baby, only to come back and talk about it every week. No, it's true. It's like that's why I mean I chuckle, and this is no shade to anybody, but a lot of them say the same thing, but then they're talking about it all the time. I mean, and you know, even Garcelle, who had such a, you know, her last season on the show of Beverly Hills, she hated it, but yet every interview she's always talking about Sutton and how the, you know, so it's just like they all have, it's a really weird relationship with Bravo. Like once you're off, you hate the show, but yet you still can't stop talking about it. It's the funniest thing. Yes, Caroline Stanbury's always talking. Oh yeah, Caroline Stanbury, she's gonna be on Traders too. Yes, thank you. What are your thoughts on Jazzy? I mean, Jazzy can come back, you know, as a friend of. Yeah, it's a very toxic relationship that they have. It's, I don't know what the science is. I think Candace is talking about it because she's being mentioned and it's probably distracting. You said Stockholm syndrome. Yes, Crystal too. Crystal too. People do ask them about the shows all the time. I wouldn't put it on every ex-housewife. That's true. That's very true. But then but the ones who are asked about it, they do have strong feelings about it. So it's like it's obviously fresh in their minds. And it's weird because one of y'all mentioned Crystal. Crystal has like the oddest relationship with housewives because on Humble Brag with Cynthia, she has literally said that the show was so toxic and she hated it, but yet she misses being on the show. It's like Housewives changes their brain chemistries forever because they hate the show, but yet they want to be back on the show and they're crying once they've been kicked off. And it's like, but how are you crying over a show that you hated being on? It's weird. Yeah, you said it's trauma bonding. True. Garcelle is always asked while some others sit on their platforms and willingly focus on the current shows weekly. That's very true. Very true. I think all the people leaving the show with emotions are still processing it, like someone who had bad prom experience and still brings it up in at the 20th high school reunion. Is it Uchi, Wally, or one mic? Yes, Andy wasn't wrong when he said that Housewives was like the mob. I agree. I agree. It's different when asked about it on an interview versus hosting a podcast where you dictate the conversation. Very true. The latter confuses me because they don't have to bring the shows up on their platforms. I agree. I agree. They love the clout attached to the show. Very true. Yes, they hate the show but love the fame. Very true. You said relevance. Yep. Yes, if they would ask Crystal back, she would go back in a heartbeat. Yes. Very true. Yes, Kim Fields hasn't mentioned that show since. Very true. You said battered Bravo syndrome. They love that notoriety. Yeah, Vicky's coming back for season 20 after talking about how the show has become so toxic and how she's good riddance and, you know, it's just become so evil and she's called the show demonic and horrible, and yet she's crying at BravoCon when Andy gave her the orange. I'm just like this makes no sense. You vilified the show, but yet you're happy to be back on. They can't let this go. For a lot of these women, I would say about 95% of these women, the show has become their self-esteem. It's become their self-worth. Like they feel like nothing when they're off of this show. And that's dangerous to make anything to base your self-worth on anything but yourself. Like that's crazy to me that you need a show to feel good about yourself. It's all they know. What does Bravo do? These ladies, yeah, she was sobbing. It's very sad. Child. Imagine people loving you and you don't need some type of talent, just being yourself, your horrid self. Yep, that money and fame will change your whole mindset. Addicted to fame and infamy. Very true. Yes, it's their whole identity. It's very dangerous. And it shows me that a good chunk of these women did not have strong or healthy self-esteem prior to getting on the show. It shows me that for most of their lives, they always felt like nobodies, rejects. They never felt that this is their first time ever feeling like that girl. It's no shade. That goes for the vast majority of them. A lot of them did not feel like they were that girl until they came on this show. It's very sad. Yes. Heather Gay, very much so. Very much so. It's like a toxic workplace, which you want to leave, but you have no confidence in yourself and being able to find better. Yes. Lisa Rinna is, yeah, oh, she's very obsessed with the show. Yes, Bravo will not let you be on the show if you're a strong, loving person. I agree. I think Candy is and was the only it girl before and after reality TV. Yeah, to be honest, it's a lot of the reality TV. Here in the UK, a lot of the Love Island folks can always be asked to go back. Yeah, it's like all of them. Love and Hip Hop, every single show, they're obsessed with it. Yes, Rinna was forced out, so she's still down bad. Yes. Bethany was so relentless about it, almost concerning at some point. I think in Candace's case, she wanted to protect her pregnancy. Oh, absolutely. I think she may have returned if she were pregnant. Yes, Vicky was dying for it to go back on her show. She was. Third time asking, did Garcelle get married in real life? I don't think so. I didn't hear anything about Garcelle getting married. Brooke, are you reviewing Southern Charm? Yeah, people are really crazy behind Love Island, especially with Nick and Olandria. We need to unpack that in another live. Okay, wait. Okay, so Jesse, you caught that, right? Wait, Jesse, you caught that, right? Because I caught it because I caught the tone. Okay, because I'm just like, wait, there's a chat with 1,000 people in it. So okay, wait, let me stop. Okay, you caught that. Because I'm just like, wait. Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. Okay, you caught it. You caught it. You caught it. You caught that too. And it's funny because we're at the 2-hour mark. We're past the 2-hour mark. So that's when okay. All right. I'm gonna let it. Okay, baby. We have 1,000 plus. We have 1,000 plus people in the chat. So if I don't see the okay. Okay, so we all caught it. Okay, so we caught it. Because I thought I was crazy. I was like, oh, okay, baby, listen. Wait, okay, so we all caught it. Why do y'all what baby did and wait, does this happen to anybody else? I feel like shout out to all my peers. I feel like my peers don't go through this. I feel like y'all come in. No, not y'all. Let me watch my words. I feel like folks come into my chat picking with me. I feel like when I'm in my friends chat, when I'm in Kempire's chat, when I'm in Scotty's chats, and I'm in Rodney's, everybody's fine. I'm like, but people come to my live and act up. Wait, that part, that okay. Okay, it has to be that. It has to be that. It has to be that because I'm like, my counterparts, they don't deal with this. I feel everybody's on their best behavior for my with my peers, and then I come on live and the because I had to catch myself. I had to catch myself because I was really thrown off by that. I was thrown off. I was thrown off. Shout out to y'all for catching that because I just knew I wasn't crazy. I was like, because I was gonna address it, and I said, Brooke, don't be petty, don't be. But we thank you for no. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank y'all for catching it to let me know that I'm not crazy. I also want to make so hold me to this. I want to do a better job and not even reacting to trolls and nasty comments. It's not fair to y'all. I also want to make sure that I'm careful with my words, that I don't ever group you all into a few bad eggs. That's not fair to y'all, okay? So I'm gonna catch myself and just say that it's a few idiots, it's not everybody, because the majority of y'all are great. So I never want y'all to feel like I'm going off on y'all, okay? It's only the 2 or 3 clowns, okay? So, but going forward, I will not address the nonsense. We're gonna just keep it moving. I'm not gonna say a word. It's not fair to y'all. So, but thank you. I appreciate you for pointing that out to let me know that I was not out of my mind because you saw how I paused at the comment because I was blown. I was blown by that. I was really blown by that. Thank you. No, honey, this is a protected community, honey. Okay, exactly. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. They must have a timer on. I agree. No, it does. Wait, hold on. Thank you. Girl, am I a search engine? Is this Chat GPT? No, like what? And that's my thing. If we're talking about pancakes, why are we talking about waffles? We're talking about something totally different. And not only do you barge into the chat to talk about something completely different, but for you to demand that I answer you, like I was low key gagged because I was in shock. But like, no, please let me know. Because I was like, because I looked and I was like, wait, what? Like, the same way you're confused, I'm confused too. Yes, stick to the flow of the commentary. Exactly. Like, I just, child, they couldn't go to Safari, had to go to YouTube to ask Brooke. Okay, no, it's true. No, for real. Go away from me with this, Apollo. If Jameer sniffs foolishness, baby, blocked. Brooke said you can leave. No, because that didn't make any sense. Like, no, for real. Like, it was the tone was like the tone was crazy. And I was like, okay, Brooke, don't be so sensitive. Don't overreact. And when you said no, when y'all were like, no, Brooke, did you like what? I was like, okay, I'm not crazy. Baby, that's the definition of What she said, that was the definition of jumping out the window. She jumped out the window. I don't know. I'm still confused by this. It was foolish. That was pure foolery. Listen, thank you. That could have been answered with a simple Google search. Exactly. So you came on a Potomac Live to ask me about that? What are you talking about? And then to say, this is the third time I've asked you. Have you lost your mind? And that was a long time subscriber too. That was a long, yes, she was a long time subscriber. But I have to say, how do I say this without sounding like I'm out of my mind? Like a lot of y'all are in the chat, right? Like I know your usernames, right? I have a rapport with a good amount of y'all, right? Like we can all agree. I have a good rapport with a good amount of y'all. So I can decipher your tone, right? Like I'm like, so if you say something, I'm like, oh, they're just joking around, right? That subscriber that we just had to get out, former subscriber, their tone with me has always been kind of dicey, and I've let it slide. But today it's just not the day. I mean, that was her last time. You said, Brooke, you have a good memory. I mean, because listen, if I do like 4 lives a week, I see the same names, right? I'm like there's a good like 50 to 100 subscribers that I know we have rapport where you can joke with me, right? Because I see you in all the lives. Like we are, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we are locked in, right? And then I have some subscribers where it's like they're kind of on the fence with me. They're subscribed to me, but but their tone with me can be nasty. And I'll overlook it to be nice. That subscriber in particular, their communication with me is really dicey. And I've let her slide. I let her slide for a while. But that was the last day. So you said disrespectful. They showed you who they were the first time. Believe it. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, honey. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, honey. Protect your peace. Amen. Oh, child, you missed some foolery up in here 15 minutes ago. Do the weirdos have a group chat and take turns joining in? They must. You said, nah, don't overlook it. Clock me if I ever sound funky. No, I mean, you've been good. You've been here a while. You've been in here a while. So I haven't had any issues with you. Brooke, don't let anything slide going forward. No, I'm not. I'm not going to. I'm shutting it down. Yeah, no, you're right. Because no, she really jumped out the window with that. She jumped out the window. Okay. You said, yes, I love you, but honey, I'm still gonna put these laughing emojis just in case because tone's very important. Very true. Yes, honey, not in 2026. Okay, no, for real. No, she really blew me with that one. Yes, we're not gonna always agree, but you don't have to be rude. Exactly. Okay, you said I get excited. Brooke can decipher all my text errors on the lives. The entitlement to be rude on someone else's live. Yeah, no, she jumped out the window, honey. Some people don't know what boundaries are. That's that part. You said you should have just sat there and ate your food, honey. Okay. Yes, honey. New year, new me. Okay. You said, oh, thank you. I hate that for you, Brooke. Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that's very sweet of you. Thank you. That is very true. Thank you. I get that impression sometimes when folks come on here talking stupid. Trust your intuition, Brooke. Well, you know what? It's no shade. I was giving her grace because if you look at the profile pic, I was like, maybe the tone is off sometimes because it's giving like a lot older, like older. So maybe she views me as like a granddaughter or like a niece. Like, you get where I'm coming from. So I was trying to give her grace. Like, maybe it's because you get where I'm going. Like, she's from, I mean, and who know, from the profile picture, it was giving. So I was trying to be nice. Like, okay, maybe she views me as like a granddaughter. So, but grace is out the window because you just can't talk to me like that. Now, she was out of line for that. I don't care if she's 70, 80. She can't, you just can't talk to me anyway. So, yes. So you said elder people don't know online etiquette a lot. No, it's very true. So I just said, I'm so sorry, but it stops here. It's true. Like, don't come around here talking crazy. And her tone with me has been a little bit off for the last few months. So that really bothered me. So yes, honey, anybody can get it. Okay. She will be all right. Yeah. You have me screaming, child. You said Miss Shirley can get it too. Yes, you get exactly where I was going. You said repeat offender. Oh, you said, like my grandma used to say, that's how they learn. Oh my gosh, you don't have me screaming, honey. You said she's probably so confused searching for the video. She is. She is, child. I might get an email asking why did I block her? And I'm gonna just have to let her know. Typing away between rounds of bingo. Oh, hey, Salty Slice. Thank you for the super chat. I hate that you have to deal with negativity. I appreciate that. I've been going through a major depression recently. Your videos and personality give me a reason to move. Oh, thank you. You have made me laugh when I want to cry. Oh, when y'all comment things like this makes all the BS worth it. It really does. It puts it in perspective. No, I appreciate you. That means a lot. Thank you. And I'm sending you a lot of love. Thank you. Brooke, this is your channel. Trust your intuition. When you clock some vibe, act weird. You're right. There's no way. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. No, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. What happened when you're blocked? Can you watch but not comment? I believe my page doesn't show up. It says like user not found, like on Instagram, or maybe it's either that or I think, like you said, they can watch me, but they cannot comment. It's one of the two. So it must have been Reba. So I think it's one of the two. Either they can watch, but it's not comment, or I think it says user not found. You said I didn't realize I didn't realize she got blocked. I'm screaming. Child. No, this was somebody else. This was somebody else who tried it. So, child. You said, I still remember 2 hateful comments I got on YouTube last week. I can't imagine on my own platform. Listen, you better have thick skin, and you better be witty. You better be able to read somebody quickly if they come for you. You better be witty. You have to be like, oh, you want to try this? Okay, all right, let's play then. If you're if you're not good, if you're not quick at the mouth, if you don't have a thick skin, it's gonna be tough. Yep, they sure did. Yeah, I had to read them earlier in this live. She's still looking for the Garcelle wedding photos. I'm screaming. I think they just want attention. Very true. Pure foolishness, child. No, it's true. Thank you guys for some love. You're right. I love that none of us know about the block process here. Once blocked, they cannot still view the live, but cannot. Oh, wait. Oh, view the live, but cannot comment. After that, your channel cannot be found. Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm okay. So now she can't, if she types me in, it's going to say, who's that? Oh, gosh. You said she saw Garcelle in an AI edit on Facebook. Oh, thank you, Brooke. You should be so proud of the online community you've cultivated. Thank you. Not many can say they attract respectful, thoughtful followers who are quick with it and supportive of you and each other. Yes, very like you all talk to each other in the live chats. You guys are respectful of each other. Like y'all are great. We have a good time here. It's no drama here. You said, oh, so they can view. So she's probably watching this right now, and then after this goes off, it's gonna say, "I'm not found." Got it. Okay. Hey, Miss Parker 1102. Thank you for the super sticker. So, okay. Oh, so she's probably watching this right now. You said that. See, that's why I can't do a YouTube channel. My mouth is horrible. On YouTube, they can still watch. They just can't they just can't interact. Yes, and we're very uplifting over here. So she's watching us drag her. Yes, honey, we're just here to cut up, kiki, and have a good time. That's the vibe. Listen, we have enough going on in this world. Baby, if you live in these good old United States of America, you see what's going on. Nobody has time for any bad vibes, any nonsense. I'm trying to take your mind off of any worries and stress. It's a good time here. Leave all that other stuff at the door, okay? Yep. You said must be yelling at the screen. Oh no. You said you better lay low. Shout out to Whitney Houston. Hey Tiff D, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. She shouldn't have been rude. Exactly. The only way they can watch you in the future is to either make a new account or watch without logging in. Damn. Okay. Baby, 2026 is just fresh out the oven, honey. Folks are acting like a clown already. You said, I bet. She's like, what's happening to my Wi-Fi? The video's not working. Oh, gosh. It's just, listen, honey, we are here for positive vibes only. Okay? That's it. That's it. We're not here. If you're here for any other BS, you're going to be escorted out. We are here to have a good time, and that's it, honey. Okay. You said she's calling her grandson, like, why can't I comment? Hey, Big Daddy 23. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Yes, your channel uplifts me during tough times. Well, thank you. I'm glad I can uplift you. Ciao. Listen, like Nene said, honey, I'm not here to go back and forth with you. Let's make these plates for these men, okay? Okay, y'all have me screaming. Oh my gosh, YouTube got me through this rough holiday due to my mom passing this November. Oh my gosh, my heart goes out to you, Lorraine. I'm so sorry for your loss. My heart goes out to you. My deepest condolences to you. Oh my gosh. Please take it one day at a time. I'm sending you so much love. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yes, my deepest condolences. Let's all lift Lorraine up in prayer. Very sorry for your loss, Lorraine. But this is what we're here for, to have a good time, spread some love, enjoy, put a smile on your face, laugh a little bit. I'm not here to argue with folks. I'm not. I'm not doing it. So if you want to come with that energy, just know that you're going to be blocked, because I'm not doing it. I'm not. But yes, Lorraine, we are keeping you lifted in prayer, okay? My deepest condolences to you. My deepest condolences. And that's what it's all about, spreading love. Okay, you listen, this ain't Phaedra, exactly. So, yes, I'm 1 year postpartum. I actually found out I was in the hospital on bed rest until I delivered. You don't know how much this channel helped me laugh and get through hard times. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, that means a lot. Thank you. God bless you. See, it's the comments like these that keep me going because y'all not listen. I'm not one thing about it. Please, I will never sit up here. I'm not somebody. Don't ever feel sorry for me. I have a beautiful life, right? But there were a few times where it's been like, you know what? Like, I'm done with this. Like, there have been a few times where I was at my wit's end and I almost said, I just can't, I'm not going to keep putting up with disrespect on the channel. And there were a few times where I felt like about taking an extended break and just, but God is good because I'll get emails from y'all, DMs, messages like this, like, and it will let me know that what I'm doing is not in vain, right? And I got to keep going because I've touched somebody, and that outweighs whatever 3 or 4 idiots have to say. So, and I can't let the devil steal my joy, okay? I can't let trolls steal my joy because the world did not give me my joy and the world can't take it away. And how dare I allow a few people, a few nuts to make me, just want to like say, well, I want to take a break. Like, I prayed for this. So yeah, but no, thank y'all because I appreciate y'all because there have been some times where it has felt like the hate was just too much. But that's what the devil wants for me to quit when I've worked too hard, honey, and I will not let the haters win. So, okay, child. At this point, Brooke, you should start a congregation. Yes, honey, this year is not even a week old and folks already starting. I'm glad you didn't because this is my favorite channel. Oh, thank you so much. It definitely uplifts my spirits when I'm feeling low, and I feel low quite often. You're my favorite channel on YouTube. Oh, thank you so much. And I'm sending you a lot of love. You said, don't close the laptop like Nene on us. We love you. Child, listen. Okay? Twirl on them heads like Beyonce did. I was in a bad mood until I saw one of your old lives and enjoyed it. And then I joined the Wendy Mugshot Live and gave my first super chat, introduced myself, and the rest was history. Yes, Osmond, you've been on here now. You've been here in here deep. Like, you've been here since October, and it's like you've been here for a long time. Well, I'm very happy that you're here. So, yes, block those who stir up chaos because they're miserable at home. Exactly. It's my birthday. I'm hiding in this chat. That's how you know we locked in, bro. Oh, hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. I hope that you're having a wonderful birthday. Brooke, don't go starting a cult because I fear we would join. Oh, thank you so much. I have to say you're so refreshing. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate your level-headed nature. Thank you. My favorite channel by far. I love you, Brooke. Thank you so much. I love you right back. Use a hashtag Black Love. Don't start. Y'all have me screaming in this chat. Oh, thank you. I love this chat. It's so supportive, and I was attracted to your beautiful energy and class. Thank you so much. These lives give me life. Please never stop. Thank you. I'm not going to stop, honey. I will never stop. I'm going to be right here every day, Lord willing. So I will never stop. Yes, I remember when you were contemplating whether or not to dive into doing lives, and look, you're thriving with the chat. Yes, now I don't ever want to go back to pre-recorded videos. Isn't that funny? I remember you've been here for a long time. You've been here for like 2 or 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. So you remember when it was only pre-recorded lives. I was nervous as hell doing lives. I would be sweating. I'd be, oh my gosh, like, I'm so nervous. And now it's like I can't even remember not doing lives now. Isn't that funny how it works? But God is good. So, oh, thank you. You said I should do voice work. Oh, thank you so much. Listen. I'm here to make all the money and utilize all the talents that God gave me. So I would love to do voice work. So if anybody who has some voice work gigs, holla at me. I will gladly do it. I love the lies. The chat eats down. Okay. When we go on a tangent, I can't take it. Upper Poor was historic. Black love and black cards, honey. The thought of these ending is upsetting me. And I love that you took the chance of doing lives. I love the chat. Same here. I'm happy that I took the chance too. I'm happy that I switched it up. So thank you so much. I wish I could catch more lives. I love your energy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Baby, when I tell you, who said that? Her name was Nadira. Nadira said the mangy cat. That tore me up when she said that about Mia. You said, I heard TLC is hiring. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. These lies make my day every time. I'm happy to hear that. I follow you, Shara, and Asa. You ladies have kept me dust-free all 2025. Keep doing the good Lord's work. Thank you. And that's high praise. You said, Brooke, are you on Cameo? If I can get a Cameo from you and Campire for my birthday. Oh, I'm not on Cameo, but I feel like Cameo's for like the real famous folks, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, would anybody even want to see me on Cameo? You know, what, should I go on Cameo? Brooke's laugh really carries these recaps when the episodes are boring. Thank you, baby. No, you've been with me for a long time, honey. We eat down in these lives. We always have a good time, always. Oh, thank you. What you are doing is definitely not in vain. Thank you. My favorite video to this day is you talking about the importance of moving in silence. I've applied it and it really has changed my life. Thank you. Oh, see, God is good. God is so good, honey. God is so good. I'm happy to hear this and thank you very much. Okay. You said don't sell yourself short. That's true. Cameos is for whoever wants them. You're right. You know what? You're right. Mangy Cat, Upper Poor, 28,000 have been iconic. The lives never disappoint. Don't pass up a bag, honey. That's true. Oh, thank you. I watch often, but rarely comment. But I want you to recognize my name. Love you down, Brooke. Oh, I know that's right. Come on, honey. Come on. Start commenting. I love you down too. Thank you. Oh, we have congratulations on here. Somebody got a degree, another degree. Congrats at Dr. Morgan Camo. Congrats. Congratulations. You said Chris has Cameo now. Oh, yes, Chris does. C Diggy One. Check Chris out here on YouTube. He's awesome. We've collabed many times too. Get on Cameo. Chris is on there too. Get your coins, Brooke. Child, you said congratulations. Upper Poor throat spray. So many moments. Honey, we had a good old time. The lives in 2025 were everything, so I know 2026 is going to be epic. Oh, you said you work from home most days and hate when you go to the office when you're in the office when I go live. The chat's giving me life every time. Oh, you said do not play us like that. Who wouldn't want a message from the doll? Thank you. You said you generally feel more self-assured as a person since being around your good energy, taking your advice. Thank you very much. Oh, that makes me feel good. Thank you. Brooke, you are famous. I'm watching from Norway. Okay, honey, I'm worldwide. Okay. Oh, you're one of the people who helped me from deep depression after job losses and being looked over for job promotions. May 2026 allow me to come to your live in a few months to say 28,000. Oh, yes. In the name of Jesus, honey, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Do not let this get you down. It's a setup for a bigger blessing. So listen, what's for you will never miss you. You will never lose out on what's supposed to be for you, okay? Rejection is God's protection, and God has something 20 times better than what you can imagine, okay? So you'll be coming on here soon with some very good news. I love how you speak life into people. Your life advice really helped me. Oh, thank you. Yes, it's important. This world would be a better place if more people got encouragement. So I love your evening lives. Helps me get my task done, a push through making dinner in a timely manner. I'm halfway there. Oh, I love that. You said, Brooke, we can send our dusty friends the cameo advice they need. Okay. I love it when you say, why y'all like this when we leave a comment that makes you speechless. You said, strong black bus driver is my new fave. Oh, congratulations. I finally finished my dual degree at Columbia, Brooke. I got my MBA and MS in urban planning. I'm having my graduation at the Baccarat. Oh, I love that. I will send you an invite. You have to come. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Congratulations, Adrian. I know that's right. Come on, Adrian. I know that's right. Come on. Come on, tea at the Baccarat. And it's the tea at the Baccarat is beautiful too. You're funny on Twitter, Brooke. Yeah, that's where I really let loose, honey. That's where I really let loose on Twitter, honey. Okay. Hi, Bio Miss Flores. Thank you for the super chat. Well, I'm not Christian. I'm Jewish. I know Jesus would be proud of your bright spirit and kind heart. Happy New Year. Oh, thank you so much. That is so sweet. Hold on, wait. You know I'm from New York. I've been to so many bar bat mitzvahs, child, so I know all about it, honey. I love a good challah bread and Shabbat dinner. Okay, so I love it, honey. To my Jewish brothers and sisters, honey, I love it. So I know all about Judaism and the Jewish faith. So, but yes, Happy New Year to you too, and God bless you. And that's very sweet of you to say that. Thank you. Y'all are about to have me crying in here, honey. Okay. You just caught the live. What did I miss? Oh, honey, you need to, when you catch this replay, pour yourself up a drink. If you drink, get a snack, get some dinner. Because, honey, we cut up. We had a good time, but a few trolls came in and tried to bust up the party, and I had to let them know we're not doing this year. You missed a good time. When you catch this replay, you're gonna have a good time. Okay. Yes, honey, miss a day, miss a lot. It's the truth. I remember when you told me I might need to change my friend group because I have desperado friends. You make me rethink everything. Yes. Oh, you said no. Brooke, we loves you down all the way from Belize. Oh, I love you down. Okay. I mix. So I go to Shabbat, to Christmas dinners and Shabbat. Oh, I love that. Oh, this makes me really happy. Okay, y'all are so sweet. Oh, Brooke, you and this community have definitely helped me get through the passings of both my dogs. I remember when you told us about your dogs passing. I remember that. Also the 2 lines on my birthday were everything. I was having a good time in Chicago while popping in. I remember that. Yes, you've been locked in with me for a long time. I love you down, okay? And I'm happy that we could get you through the passings of your dogs. I know that, oh my gosh. Just sending you so much love because I remember that. Honey, Jameer had to get the Raid spray. Jokes on everyone. I planned on crying today. Oh, congrats. I finished my master's at Columbia as well. Clinical social work and psychotherapy. Oh, congratulations. Come on, Columbia. Come on, Ivy League. Come on, my Ivy League girls in the chat. Exactly. Yes, so much excellence in the chat, honey. So much. This is excellence, honey. Excellence in the chat. So, okay. I know that's right, y'all. I know that's right. Okay. I had a loss in July, and you and Nikki Starr really helped me on the day my mom passed. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry to hear this. My condolences. My deepest condolences. Oh my, can we give me shelter, some love in the chat? Oh my deepest condolences to you. I am so sorry to hear this. Oh my gosh. Just listen, take it one day at a time. Thank you for being here with me. Y'all root for me when I get this PhD in 2028. Yeah, we will. We'll, Lord willing, we will be here to celebrate you and root for you. But yes, y'all. Y'all lift me up when times when I feel like the trolls just get the best of me sometimes. And I hope I can lift you up. Girl, I hope that you'd review Married to Medicine this season, but it's still cool. I love you, girl. Happy New Year, by the way. I love you too. I'll talk about Married to Medicine like in passing, like if it's like a mixed live of like if it's like a mixed bag of topics, but like I just can't get into Married to Medicine like that. Like if we did a live based on just like Dr. Simone and Cecil and that dynamic, we could talk about how marrying down greatly affects women in the worst way. We could do that. But for me to do like a Married to Medicine live recap, I just can't, my heart's just not in it. And I don't want to waste your time or my time giving you a half-ass review. You get what I'm saying? That baby, Jesus had haters. He sure did. You're not doing it right if you don't have haters. That's, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. That's the truth. That's the God's honest truth. Cecil would have you mad this past episode. Maybe I'll pop in and watch it. I saw a clip. Shout out to No Chaser TV. He had a clip on his page with her having a conversation about her being miserable in the marriage. We could do a topic, another live about dating down and being a desperado and all that mess. Because I could talk about that in my sleep. Use a zero tolerance for foolishness. Exactly. Go play with somebody else. That's right. Married to Medicine has a lot of contrarians connected to a child. Got to stay strapped up. You helped me stay positive during my recovery from my spinal fusion. I remember that when you had your surgery. I remember that over the summer. Yes, thank God is good that you had a good recovery. Thank God. God is so good. No, you're right. In the sea of people who love and appreciate you, these trolls don't matter. No, it's very true. It's very true. And that's why going forward, I will be doing my best to pay the trolls dust. So I don't even watch any of the Housewives anymore, but I came here because I enjoy hanging out with you all and Brooke. Thank you. That means a lot. The homosexual live was everything. Desperados, watch the replay. Last comment before I get off of here, because this live has been going on for a long time. That Desperado live that I did on Friday, right, last Friday, I got one of the nastiest comments, and the person is such a coward. And it was a long-time subscriber, which really threw me. They left one of the craziest comments saying something to the effect of that, and it's so funny to me how they knew better than to say it in the chat, and they waited to say it in the comment section when they watched the replay. They were sticking up for that bum, talking about, don't knock the hustle or whatever, and then try to compare being on YouTube to panhandling. Let me tell you quickly for the folks in the back. First of all, babe, this money is taxed. Like, I pay my taxes every year, okay? Google sends me a 1099. Not that's any of your business. But wait, hold on. Yes. If you could have seen the question marks over my head, I was in shock. They were going, thank you. Wait, hold on. Because I was in shock. I was just like, wait, come again? The fact that you are sticking up for a bum lets me know everything about you. I was floored. I was like, let's be really clear. Don't ever get it twisted. Babe, I've done lives. Y'all have never in your lives heard me ever ask for a super chat. Never. Babe, I still get paid whether I get a super chat or not. Period. Babe, I had a platinum Amex before I ever came on YouTube. Let's start there. The way things are set up in my life, like, I'm good. Like, God forbid if YouTube ever went away, babe, the checks are still, the bills are still paid. I could not believe, and it was a long comment too. I was in shock. I could not believe. And I said, "You're such a coward because you knew better than to write that in the live." And it was bizarre. It was bizarre. Yes, exactly. Like let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. I don't like. Let's talk about. I could not believe it, and I had to just block. I was in shock. I couldn't. I was full like y'all. That was actually one of those comments that got me just so. I was actually livid because I could not believe it. For you to defend a grown man who's out here refusing to get a job and trying to live off of you're defending that. So I know exactly what you are. You're raggedy and you're a loser. And then to compare what, excuse me, I could not believe it. I could not believe that. No, for real. Like I don't even talk about like I keep it real cute because it's nobody's business. But I said, please don't ever try me like that because Lord, God forbid, if something ever happened, I will still be fine. If you never send me another super chat, I will still be on live for hours on end. Period. And it showed me that they were watching me with a jealous eye because they were like, yeah, you got 2 super chats for this amount. You got 3 super. It was like, wait, whoa, why are we counting my pockets? Like, this is weirdo behavior. But I was really shocked at the level of audacity and just straight up craziness. And I could not believe that. Yeah, I was in shock. I just, for real. I couldn't believe, I was in shock. And it was very much like, I've been watching you for a long time, and they've been in the comments before. And I was just like, this was crazy. Like if y'all would have seen the comment, and they made sure to leave the comment like days after, because they thought I wasn't going to check it. And I saw that in my analytics. And I said, wait, whoa. And babe, it was a block. I said, absolutely not. I could not believe it. I'm just like, I was floored. I was like, and if you're watching, because something tells me that you're watching this on a burner account, something tells me if you ever try that again, I'm gonna put you on blast on the big screen. I was floored at the foolishness. Yes, honey, close the church doors. Exactly. You really hurt their feelings. Their partner must be homeless and toothless. No, the gag is it was a man. It was a male subscriber who wrote that. That was jumped out the window. A grown man supporting. I wrote a whole dissertation. I was in shock. I said, absolutely not. Honey. Yes, honey. Living in sin. Exactly. Baby. Exactly. And like the comment gave very much like, he's on that type of time too. Like it's like it was weird. Very, very much so. You said don't put them on blast. They want attention. They want the block and move. You're right. A mess. Giving very much that. Yeah, birds of a feather. Very much. Honey, very much that. I was in shock. Listen, I was floored. Child, the way these hit dogs yell. Child. That was what really floored me. That's what, like, I was in shock. Exactly. Of course, it was a man to come on a beautiful Black woman's YouTube channel and compare her hustle to the panhandling of a lazy bum man. He probably thinks he's a high quality man. Yeah, that's what, like, y'all, the comment blew me back. Yes, child, I've been noticing an uptick on the man getting out of body when you soft launched the topic. Very much so. They've been coming on here ever since I talked about Candy and Todd and the whole dating and marrying down and how women should stop doing that. It's been an uptick of these weirdo men coming on talking crazy. So Child. Thank you for bringing that live up, because I meant to tell y'all that. I was like, wait, whoa. So you said slinging hobo D and lurking in the background. I would have just deleted them with no explanation. Well, yeah, the comment got deleted because when you block somebody, the comment gets deleted. So yeah. Yeah, very much so. You said he had to wait days to watch it because he had to bum a ride to the library to use the computer. Jealousy is a disease. It is a disease. Jealousy is as cruel as the grave, honey. Who can stand before jealousy? Nobody. Because that comment was it, babe, you could feel it dripping from the screen. I said, oh my. It was alarming. It was alarming. They had a lot of time on, yep, too much time and not enough money. So the block Ashley. Yes, yes. Sounds like a red pill man. No, it's true. Very much so. Child, I'm telling you, very much so. Ignorance and delusion is rampant these days. Very much so. You said the buses weren't running on New Year's. Dusty, ashy behavior. It's giving lower porn. $2026, y'all, we are not giving our time or attention to nonsense, okay? We're going to keep it pushing. So, thank you. Thank you. All right, 2026, there's no grace, no nonsense, no back and forth, okay? That's it, y'all. We're wiping the slate clean. We're not paying any of these nuts any mind. Yes, we are reclaiming our time. Yes, the year of no BS. He's been seething about your stance on broke men for a long time. Oh, that's what he gave. Because it was like several paragraphs of just pure nonsense. And then another subscriber that I never seen before talk about, this was an excellent take. This was the take that I was waiting for. I said, you got to go too. Bye. Oh, gosh. Yes, honey. He said enough. Child. Yes, honey. A double whammy. They got a 2-for-1 special. Y'all both out of here. Yes, I wish they talk about excellent take. Yup, 2 birds, 1 stone. You can go with your friend. No one will be spared. Exactly. 2026, we're getting our degrees and money. Exactly. Yes, honey. And you can, yup, blocked and blocked. You can leave with him. So, okay. Oh, gosh, y'all. Imagine how I felt talking about some excellent take. 2 brokies, high five. Exactly. He said, you will not belittle his kind, okay? No AI bus driver boyfriends of 2026. Yes, 2 bums telling each other. Exactly. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Honey, I'm telling you. You know what's crazy? I had every intention to have this live done at the 2-hour mark. If you would have told me that I would have given y'all 3.5 hours, I wouldn't have believed you. Hey, so Steph, thank you for the super chat. You said let me make him even more upset, okay? Oh, thank you. Oh, so Steph, I'm screaming. he's probably counting you. He's counting all your the super chats right now on a blocked account. You said the bus driver and the assistant both slapping 5 in the words of Funky Dineva. Yeah, it's been 3.5 hours. Oh, gosh. Not the assistant, honey. Ciao. Y'all have me. The bus driver apologist still has me weak. We still need the Black Love merch stamp. Well, you better ask Maya for it. Maya, they're looking for the Black Love merch, honey. Go ahead and make your coin. They're doing calculations as we speak about your super chats. Yeah, you know they are. Let me find out. Brooke No Grace is breaking hearts and creating trolls in the chat. Oh, I love that. You're 69. I love your channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm happy that you're here. Thank you. Oh gosh. No, child. Oh gosh. Yes, yes, day by day. Thank you. Honey, child. Exactly. I just said, I was floored. But it shows you that that live really hit home and it was triggering because no sane person who has a job and is who is an active member of society would defend that behavior. So, he thought you were talking about him. He must have. Yeah, it's giving very triggered, very triggered. A mess. Oh, baby, triggered's not even the word. Triggered is not even the word. They were big mad. Yes, I do too. I do too. And another thing, one more thing, and I promise, last comment, and then I'll leave. That was happening a lot when the whole Wendy news broke, and folks were saying little comments, and I was just kind of like, where's that same energy for my counterparts who have double and 10 times the subscribers that I do? I don't ever see people ever talking about the money that my peers make. Why are you trying to calculate how much I'm gonna make from this Wendy news? Like it's jarring at how I get treated versus how my counterparts get treated, because my counterparts have 30 times the subscribers that I do, making 20 times, 30 times, and nobody is disrespectful enough to say that. But when it came to me, it was, oh yeah, I know your Google check's gonna be nice with all this. It's like you're out of pocket for that. You're disrespectful. You're crossing a boundary. And it's weird how folks treat me versus how they treat my counterparts. It's weird. It's weird. No, very. Oh, absolutely. Oh no, you're right. You're right. You're right. No, you're right. Yes, very much that. Very much that. Yes, people get very too comfortable, and it was people. It was subscribe. It was new subscribers I had never seen before. It was weird. Like the comments were getting a little bit, and I was like, if somebody said that to you on your job, you would feel a way about that. Like, that's rude. Didn't your parents ever tell you you don't bring that up? Like, who are you to? It was weird, but I don't, and it's like people were who get a lot of subscribers and a lot of views. I've never heard anybody comment on how much money they think their check is going to be. But for me, you feel comfortable to say that to me. Why? Let's unpack why you feel comfortable even saying that to me, but you don't feel comfortable saying that to my peers. That's weird. That's weird. So, yes, listen, I've been in lives that get $500 super chats. They don't even get half the hate that you get. Very true. Okay, no, it's true. You better say that. This is the truth. That's the real. Let's unpack that. But we'll be here for another 4 hours. But that's the truth. That's the truth of the matter. That's what it is. And it's that too. Is that too. Okay? That part. That part. Very true. So, but 2026, we're not having that. So don't even come on here saying something slick like that. No, it's true. It's true. Yup. You better preach the gospel. So, okay. Baby, you better speak it. Listen. It's the truth. Yes. Hold on. Because if this isn't the truth, then I don't know what is. Because they like a sob story. And when you don't have a sob story, when it's not a rags to riches story, people don't like that. When it was, well, baby, I already came on here with something, and I'm gonna leave here with something. People don't, and especially to be this, what? Very much so. Because if I were of a lighter hue, or if I were white, there wouldn't be it. Would, but because I'm, and I came with something. That's child, yes. So, okay. Okay. So I'm just gonna that part. So, okay, y'all. So, they wouldn't care at all. They would feel like, oh, yeah, well, she's supposed to have it. But because it's all this, now it's, and little slick comments. Baby, that's that part. So, okay. I'm just saying, listen, no, we're telling the truth today. We're telling the truth today. So, well, it's okay. Still I rise. But honey, I had to put my foot down because 2026, we're not doing it. Okay? Yes, it's true. Very much so. Very much so. So, y'all, I kept you on here for a long time. Yes, they would. No, they would. They would. They would. I love y'all. Y'all, I've kept y'all for a long time. I hope y'all enjoyed the recap / sermon at the end / us getting the trolls up out of here. I know I enjoyed myself, but I am going to, I'm going to end it here. I love y'all. Thank you all for the kind words. Thank you all for joining me. And I will see you all for Salt Lake City, okay? But guys, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you all later, okay? Bye, y'all. Love y'all. I want to say thank you guys for being here. Thank you to my moderators. Thank you, Jameer. Thank you to everybody. Love y'all, okay? But I will see y'all later for Salt Lake City, Lord willing, and we will chat then. But y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. I will see you all soon, okay? Bye, guys.